Alô. Agora sim. Ó, incentão na tela, incentão na tela. E aí, Danilo? Salve, Danilo. Salve. De boa? De boa na lagoa. História de Harley, velho. De boa aí, sim. Ainda bem. Que Jigsaw me mandou mensagem. Cast off Escape 2 mais 1000 G em 10 minutos. Eu já fiz o Jigsaw. Já fiz ontem mesmo. Na hora que saiu a atualização, eu já fiz. Poderia ser aqueles jogos da Shitlon com 2K. Ah, então gasta o Tivo Guides. O Tivo Guides tá conversando com ela lá e tá lançando os updates. Tá tudo ficando fácil. Até os que era difícil estão ficando fácil. Tinha o Pixel Gladiator que era difícil. Ficou fácil. O Smart Moves que levava mais de 1h30. E eu levei mais de 1h30. Agora tá em 10 minutos. O Tivo tá dando uma treta lá por causa do Tivo. O Tivo tá conversando com a Shitlon. E a Shitlon facilitou e estão chorando lá. O Maca é um que tá com dor de cotovelo lá, tá criticando o Tivo por falar com a Shitlon pra fazer jogo fácil. Tá chorando lá. Choram as rosas. Fiz aquele bullet alguma coisa. E também, esse aí saiu também. Esse aí saiu, eu pedi então. Esse, o Bullet Beat, o Cast Off no Escape 2. Cap Off no Escape 2, saiu. Teve mais um que saiu. Ah, o Nexoria saiu também. O Nexoria saiu. O Maca tá chorando. Ele mandou Twitter lá, eu falei, chora mais. Não, chora mais não, falei, vai cry. Tipo, vai chorar, vai cry. É um meme, né? Meme da internet, vai cry. Vai cry. Você chora. Ah, os caras mandaram o print lá, Game Score fácil em menos de 10 minutos é ruim pra comunidade. Daí pegaram os vídeos dele lá com vídeo lá ensinando a fazer. Em guias com menos de 10 minutos. Para mais, é briguinha de ego, sabe? Ah, eu tenho bastante Game Score, eu não quero que você tenha bastante Game Score. É, tudo. As tetas com que suco. Nossa, ninguém. Ninguém pode fazer Game Score, só os sabichão lá. Só os sabichão. O resto não pode. Deixa eu mostrar. Olha lá essas tetas com que suco. Hoje eu tô desconfiado, o Maca tem alguma coisa. O Maca hoje ainda postou queria que no Xbox fosse igual o sistema de conquista de troféus do PlayStation. Não soltou essa hoje. Eu tô meio assim. Foi até bom, tem que mandar uma mensagem. Vou mandar uma mensagem pra você. O Maca tá mais perdido que o tio segue vira tá mais perdido que tá perdido. Tá perdidinho, hein? Tem alguma coisa acontecendo, você tá perdidinho. O menino tá perdido. Hortou, salve, William. Aí sim. O William que tirou umas férias. Ele teve que operar um furúnculo, agora ele tá de volta. Tem que operar um furúnculos. Eu tava meio mal. Agora tá de boa, né? Agora tá melhor. Fimose, tá, desculpa. Mudança de sexo, não sabia que era mudança de sexo. Tamo bem, cara. Tamo bem. Tamo aqui fazendo aqueles meus Gzinhos tranquilos. Esperando os novos consoles. Os novos consoles. E o que vai se suceder com os novos consoles? Olhando todo mundo recebendo aí já. Ei! Tô cheio de aqui ainda. Ih, são os dois, né? Tô esperando uma promoçãozinha boa do S. Uma promoçãozinha boa do S. Por que eu tô concentrado aqui? Cadê que arruma isso aqui? Uma pedra aqui, puxa pedra. Pedrita. O mal tá chegando com os preços legais até. Tá no preço padrão ainda. Mas... esperar uma promoçãozinha. Uma coisinha. Esperar chegar perto dos 2000 e pouco. Dá pra ser tiro. Tocando Goods. Tá com um precinho bom ainda, mas tá quase o preço cheio ainda, né? E Black Friday chegando agora também. Quem sabe chegando Black Friday pra dar uns cupomzinhos de desconto, cashback, dá pra pegar. Mas lembre-se, Mauro só vende para amigos. Tem que vender só para amigos. Você descobrir que você é mamador da Mil Grau, ele não te vende se você descobrir que você é mamador. Mas aqui, é por isso que nessas horas é bom o pessoal não ter internet, cara. É das pessoas que realmente Deus. Salve, Ricão! Salve, ó o Ricão, velho. Então, rei do podcast. O maior podcast de Xbox do Twitch. Duvido de você achar outro maior que isso. Nessas horas eu não queria ser alfabetizado. Nessas horas é bom ser cego. Saudade de ser o Geraldo Magela nessas horas. Nessas horas Jesus, cada uma que o cara tem que ver. Pelo amor de Deus. Lavar as tetas com que suco. Isso. Arruma a casinha. Eu preciso que ele vá aqui. Chega só nosso vizinho. Fica só nosso vizinho. Cadê aqui? De ouro. Nossa, chamou na xincha. Madeira. Aqui. Vai faltar um aqui. Olha, gostei dessa viewzinha. Agora eu faço a ponte. Aí, deixa eu ver, faz a ponte. Onde eu ver que cai. Ô Danilo! Obrigado pelo show, Danilo. Obrigado. 5 meses? 5 meses é muita tocha que esse menino. Esse menino é muito tocha. A proposta. Valeu, Danilo. Obrigado pelo sub. Eu botar você na lista do sub, que esse mês vai ter prêmio pro subs. Eu não defini ainda qual vai ser o prêmio. Vai ter meses pro subs. Vai ter meses pro subs. Vai ter prêmios pro subs. Deixa eu adicionar teu nome aqui pra eu não esquecer. Esse mês tem prêmio pro subs. Subs. Ele já tá no grupo do Monster já? Bem, nós, Danilo, tamo junto. Tem que adicionar umas coisas lá. Vou adicionar semana aqui. Esse final de semana eu vou botar mais coisa. Pra quem não sabe, o grupo dos Monsters do Diegão é pra aquele que é sub há mais de 3 meses já do canal ou apoiava lá. Tem um grupo lá que eu tenho uma conta lá com jogos. Boto jogos Ratalaika, coisa lá pra pessoal jogar. Cheguei a ouvir prêmio? Ouvi o prêmio sim. Esse mês tem prêmios, sorteios dos subs esse mês. Sorteio dos subs. Eu não defini o premiação ainda, mas eu vou ver. Mas eu aviso. É o Diegão Peça. É, Diegão tem Diegão pra todo mundo, né? Grande pra cacete, cabe todo mundo. Cabe todo mundo. Cabe todo mundo no Diegão Peça. É só começar a falar daqui a pouco. Falar como que é. O Game Pass vai falar em indústria, mas tá aqui o Diegão Pass. Eu vou virar um Arnaldo DK depois do McDonald's. E esse Sin City de trabalho. Esse aqui é o Lost Artifacts. Tem vários jogos desse tipo aqui. Ele é jogo de. Que é gerenciamento de recursos. A maioria, sim, só pra terminar o jogo te dá 800G. E sempre tem uma conquistinha de 200G, que é pegar todas as estrelas, né? Aí você completa o jogo ali, alguns levam 4 horas, outros levam menos. Você vai juntando, vai fazendo gerenciamento, tem que ir quebrando os negocinhos ali. Abre um negocinho aqui. Vai gerenciando. E gerenciando, rapaziada. Nossa, mosquito suicida aqui dentro do nariz do cara, esse mosquito. Olha. Olha dentro do nariz do cara, bicho, aí. Eu joguei quase todos os Gnomes Garden. Gnomes Garden se chama, né? Agora eles mudaram pra Lord Artifacts. Desculpa. Eu vi por onde eu vomitar. Ah, já chamei ele por. Chamei ele por. Olha, chamou na chincha. Já voltei, já resgato isso aí. Já fiz tudo? Fiz tudo. Olha o incentão na tela, incentãozinho. Incentãozinho na tela e mosquitinho na minha cabeça aqui. Também. Incentão na tela e mosquitinho na minha cabeça. Incentão? Olha o incentão. 14. Eu não vou jogar muito isso aqui não, daqui a pouco eu já vou partir pra outra coisa. Mosquito ou peidou aí? Dá mosquito. Mosquito mesmo. Sabe aqueles mosquitinhos de cu de cachorro? Não, aqueles mosquitinhos de cu de cachorro, sabe? Aqueles que vem na orelha, vai entrando na orelha. Ah, horrível, horrível esses mosquitinhos de cu de cachorro. Eu, se tivesse peidado aqui, não tava nem aqui mais, eu tava com falta de ar já aqui. Com falta de ar. Meu peido pior que o Covid. Você prefere respirar meu peido ou o Covid? A pessoa vai falar. Ó, conquistinha. 50G, Shark Worker. Shark Worker, rapaziada. Shark Worker. Viu o Shark Worker? Shaka Waka. Tô ficando assim desgraçado quando como churrasco. Não, mas já comigo é toda hora. Qualquer coisa que come. Gordo é foda. Nem eu me aguento mais. Isso não é um churrasco, é o pão de alho, isso aí, com certeza. Corta o pão de alho, você vai ver que você. É mentira, não corta o pão de alho. Só corta o pão de alho se for pra cortar em rodelinhas pra comer. Em poças, como eles falam. Não é rodelinha. Poças é meu ovo. Em poça. Ah, corta em poças, eu só como em poças. Ah, vai lá, vai as. Ah, mas churrasquinho é bom, pô. Pô, eu não me nego a comer um churrasquinho. Se precisar ficar peidando o tempo todo, eu não me nego. O patroa que se foda. Come o churrasco e peido, mano. O resto que se foda. Acho que eu vou lá, vou ficar ligando o peidinho, né? Rapaz. Capaz vai ficar negando o peidinho. Vai, tio, constrói rápido. É isso, vai, isso. Agora corre. Agora corre. Agora corre. Tem que mandar uma mensagem. Ó, mais uma conquista. For activating a altar. Corre, tio. Aí, rapidão. Cadê o box do Series X? Não sei. Se diz você quer comprar aí, quer comprar o Series X, um PlayStation 5, e fazer um monte de coisa aí. Você tem que mostrar pra nós. Aqui não vai ter PlayStation 3 aqui, não vai. Não vai ter PlayStation 3. Em breve, em breve. O Series S, em breve, em breve. Em breve. É só esperar chegar. Só esperar chegar. É só esperar chegar. É só esperar chegar uma promoção que eu compro. Que joguinho é esse? Esse aqui é o Ganomas Guard. Tudo tranquilo, tudo de boa na lagoa. Tranquilo e sereno. Tranquilo no meu. Nossa, me senti chato aqui. Aô, Lulusco! Salve, Lulusco! Salve! Boa!
Beleza, irmão?
Boa na lagoa. Tranquilo no mamilo. Esse aqui é daqueles joguinhos dos... Você lembra dos Gnomegar, dos Gnomão que eu jogava antigamente? Você lembra dos Gnomão? Gnomão da massa. Beleza, irmão. Esse é o tal do beleza, irmão. Conhecem a iniciativa Beleza, irmão? Quase igual a Rouba Kill. Da mesma turma. Faltam... É que eu só tenho essa plantação. Mais um candidato forte pro guarda. Nossa, esse aqui ainda é um dos melhores ainda. Não é nem muito ruim. Tem uns aqui que eu joguei que foram bem piores. Bem piores. Esse aqui é um joguinho de gerenciamento ali. Você tem que ir pegando madeira, pedra, comida. Daí você com certas coisas você consegue... vai fazendo upgrade, vai avançando. Daí tem que fazer as missões embaixo. Ó, chega a dar nossa, viu? Tá pegando os recursos materiais. O que falta aqui? Falta comida. O bom que é fácil de conquista, né? É só jogar. É só terminar o jogo e me ver aqui. Só terminar o jogo e me ver. Ó, uma conquistinha. Life Balls. Por Inflation Balls. As últimas duas fases aí já deu 200 já, pá. Brinca. Esse que é pouca bosta aqui. Esse que é pouca bosta. Tentei pegar antes, mas devido ao problema tive que segurar. O negócio tá foda. Pandemia, tá foda. Mas você vai de X hoje em dia? Vai de X ou de S? Logo faço os 1000 do The Sims 4. Mas é tranquilo. Rapidinho, The Sims 4 é tranquilo. Brabíssimo. The Sims 4 é de boa. 2, 3 horinhas você faz. The Sims 4. Fase de 6. The Sims 4. Não é um jogo muito que me agrada, The Sims 4. Eu quero o X, mas principalmente se for comprar o S primeiro, né? Será baixar um pouquinho, né? Será baixar. Gosta meio picada, tá um pouquinho picada. Não, agora não, velho. Vou esperar dar uma baixada, fazer uma promoçãozinha. Uma promoçãozinha de buenas. Mais do que legal. Corre, tio, vamos correr. Cortando ali, pega esse aqui. Ver. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Esse aqui. Corta esse aqui. Corta esse aqui, corta esse aqui. Corta esse aqui, esse aqui vai faltar um aqui. Eita. Pega aí. Mostrar aí. Pega as pedrinhas. Pega as 4 pedrinhas aí. Ficou um cheiro de piroca. Piroca não, pipoca aqui. Fizeram pipoca aqui em casa, um cheiro de pipoca. O importante é que o monstro está entre nós, Diego. O bagulho tá monstro demais, tá monstro demais. Eu tava vendo umas notícias lá, cara. O S tá parrudo, cara. O S tá brabíssimo, mano. O S tá brabíssimo, velho. Esse tá brabíssimo. O S tá brabíssimo. Dizem que eu vi um gringo alto instantâneo na tela. Eu vi o gringo falando que o quick resume do S tá muito mais rápido do que no X. É por causa de uma arquitetura lá de hardware, sei lá, eu não entendo essas coisas de hardware. Mas eu vi um gringo falando. Deve ter dado RT. Pessoal, o negócio tá bruto. O negócio tá brabo. Olha o instantão na tela, olha o instantão. THWA3. Tudo instantão. Deixa eu baixar o app do Incent. Tem que baixar agora, né, mano? Dizem que não tava conseguindo resgatar e nem fazer login lá. O pessoal tava falando. Será que arrumaram? Tem que baixar ele. Desculpa. Vai transmitir a live do Xbox? Que hora que é a live do Xbox? Por igual aquela de ontem, pelo amor de Deus. Puta que pariu. Tava bom. Rato borrachudo, mostrando os caras falando tudo lá, e tal. Daí chegou lá no, daí aquela tal de Haru, pelo amor de Deus. Raiva, o negócio broxou, cara, que entrou a Haru jogando aquele Assassin's Creed, cara. Pelo amor de Deus. Botou 37 horas de gameplay naquela, pelo amor de Deus. Vou abrir, daqui a pouco vamos abrir, hein. Quebrou mesmo o hype que tá. Vou abrir daqui a pouco. Você vai avisar. Há 4 horas aqui no canal do Xbox mesmo? Esse é o tal streamer cachista? Não sabe nem o do evento e nem a hora. Se fosse menor, não, se ela jogasse um pouquinho de boa, o problema é que estenderam demais o bagulho, né? Estenderam o negócio. Ficou muito longo. Muito longo o bagulho. Ficou um bagulho longo aquele dia. É no canal Xbox do gringo ou do BR que vai transmitir? Qual que é? Eu tô sabendo ou não tô sabendo? Se me sabia não avisaram? Gringo, tá? Eu vou voltar daqui a pouco, não vai abrir. Que hora é? Às 4? Que hora começa? Vou jogar um pouquinho aqui, daí eu já volto. Já vou voltar aí. Profiado. de assistir. Corre, vai. Pá, pá. Mais uma conquista. Hoje, assim, umas 5 conquistas. Deu uns 200 conquistas. Só terminar o jogo, gente. Só isso aqui é só terminar o jogo. Dá umas 5 horas de gameplay. Mas é só terminar o jogo mesmo jeito. Bota no Easy por causa das estrelas, né? Que você precisa pegar 3 estrelas em cada fase. Se você botar no Easy, ele te dá 3 estrelas, independente do tempo que você demorar. É um jogo de rapidez, né? Mas bota no Easy e só termina o jogo já era dinheiro na conta. 1000 Gzinho. Meu pai amado. Meio de tranquilão. Vai jogar Star Wars? Vou jogar esse novo aguentar, mas não entrou ainda, né? Tem que desinstalar alguma coisa do Xbox aqui pra conseguir ter espaço pra instalar ele. Dizem que é 1000G tranquilo, então eu vou jogar. Não é rápido, nossa, que rapidez. Dizem que é de boa. Dizem que é bem de boa. Não libera, para liberar hoje, mas não, o pessoal tava falando que não conseguiu baixar ainda. Então, sei lá, deu algum brete, alguma coisa. O pessoal não tá conseguindo baixar, né? Rogério Ceni, novo técnico do Flamengo. Eu que pergunto pra você o que você acha disso aí. O que você acha do Rogério Ceni? E o Inter perdeu o cu dele. Melhor o cu dele do que no meu. Acho que vai melhorar o que tava ruim. Tava meio ruim, não tava muito bom. Tava meio ruim também. Mas parece que piorou. Não vai acreditar. Mesmo. Tava ruim também. Tava muito bom. Tava meio ruim também. Tava bom, mas parece que piorou. Agora a gente ganha o campeonato. Agora o Inter, eu acho, não sei se o Inter vai de Abel Braga. O Inter vai de Abel Braga. Né? Vai ser como será? Como será que vai ser isso? Vamos, Abel foi, confirmou. Abel Braga no Inter. Abel Braga. Vamos ver. Mas acho que vai dar bom. O Flamengo tem mais time, né? Mais time. Já não tem elenco. Os jogadores mais ou menos. Mas eu acho que da Flamengo vai ficar em Flamengo e Galo ali. Acho que o adversário maior do Flamengo é o Galo. Porque o Galo tá com um timezinho que tem um jogador bom, né? Tem o Vargas, chegou agora. É bom jogador, tem um jogador bom. Pra ficar no topo tem que trabalhar o tempo. Essa, com certeza. Chegar lá no topo é fácil, difícil é manter. Uma coisa que eu falei pro flamenguista, se ficar nessa aí de que perdeu 2, 3 jogos é ruim, que não presta, não vai parar nenhum no cargo, cara. É que eles estão com o planejamento que é o seguinte, vai ser igual a 2019, não vai perder pra ninguém. Uma hora você vai perder, cara. Tem um dia que não é o dia, que nem contra o São Paulo. Contra o São Paulo não era o dia dos caras. Os caras podiam fazer 15 mil coisas que não vai entrar a bola nunca, não adianta. Mas se ficar nessa e perder uma, duas, ficar botando culpa em técnico, daqui a pouco não sobra técnico mais. Igual 2019, esquece, cara. 2019 foi aquele ano atípico. Aquela utopia, assim, sabe? Ganhou tudo, não perdeu nada. Não vai acontecer. Isso aí vai acontecer daqui 30, 40 anos. Vai acontecer de novo. Não tem como manter essas coisas. Eu vou restaurar aqui. Restaurar o tower. Story Summerhill Level 3. Aí que o Rogério Ceni perder duas aí, começar com essas paranoias que o técnico é ruim, que não presta. Apesar que eu acho que o Rogério Ceni é um tapa-furo. É um tapa-furo até o Jorge Jesus ficar solto. A hora que o Jorge Jesus ser demitido do Benfica e ficar livre no mercado, a pressão que vai ter no Flamengo para ele demitir o técnico e chamar o Jesus. É isso aí. É um tapa-buraco até chegar, até o Jesus ficar livre, com certeza. Isso aí é. A torcida só vai sossegar a hora que vir o Jesus de novo. A hora que ele vir, daí a torcida vai dar acalmada. E se não for a mesma coisa de 2019? Como assim? Só agradece e vamos pra próxima. Quem sabe a gente não ganha tudo por cima. É difícil manter, né? É difícil manter isso. Você consegue manter um ano ali, você mantém um nível alto, mas mais do que um ali é muito complexo. A qualquer time, você vê que não tem um time que manteve isso. É isso aí, tem que estar sempre no topo. Uma hora que aquela chance de você estar sempre no topo, uma hora chega e vai. Quanto mais vezes você chega no topo, mais vai sobrar pra você. Eu preciso de pedra. Pedra. Eu tava aqui ir brigando pra não cair. Eu tava aqui esses anos já tá colhendo. Isso aí. Só tem que cuidar pra não degringolar, né? É muito normal, um monte de time tá bem e do nada, por causa da soberba de algum. Jesus não gosta de ver isso, não começou a ver isso, a galera não vê. Antes da pandemia tava bom, né? Mas depois que da pandemia já não tava jogando bem. Perdeu a Taça Guanabara ali, sem jogar bem. Aí depois foi campeão, tudo bem, foi campeão, mas não tava jogando bem já, né? Não tava jogando. Nossa, que maravilha. Ei! Já não tava aquela coisa. Não, claro que não, já tava meio pra baixo. Já não tava a mesma coisa. Ó, mosquito chato da Cacildes. Isso que eu tô chato. Não pode perder o jeito que perdeu esse time. Mas isso acontece perder, cara. Isso acontece, mas isso não é culpa do técnico. Sabe por quê? Eu tava 2-0 pro Galo, né? Primeiro lance do jogo do segundo tempo. O Pedro me cabeceia a bola, o goleiro salva em cima da linha, no rebote, sem goleiro, o Bruno Henrique pega e me chuta na trave. Faz 2-1 ali, já... Tava 2-0, teve uma chance, o goleiro fez outro milagre também. Aí você vai botar a culpa no técnico, assim. Olha o Santão na tela, Santão na tela. Santão na tela. Isso é azar também, vai saber que é azar. Quando o Bruno Henrique me errar um gol daquela sem goleiro, chutar no travessão, o negócio ali. Faz 2-1 ali, engrossa o caldo, velho. Faz 2-1, engrossa o caldo, né? Depois o Flamengo teve mais chances. Teve um que o goleiro fez outro milagre também. E você vai culpar o técnico, cara? Isso aí. Ele caiu, né? Foda-se. Eu não tiraria o dom, a gente não sabe o que acontece hoje. Ah, isso aí é pressão, né? Resguardo de pressão. Pressão em cima de pressão. Pressão estocar gold. Estourar o cara tomou 4 então. Teve chance, né? Aqui o goleiro salvou numa, o outro errou na trave. Só o Pedro ali teve 2 chances que o goleiro tirou em cima da linha ali, cabeçada, coisa. E você vai fazer o quê? Não entendi. É culpa do técnico? Como é que vai culpar o técnico se o goleiro que salvou, velho? Bruno Henrique rogou sem goleiro, como é que vai culpar o técnico? Outra coisa também, enquanto o São Paulo errou 2 pênaltis. Que culpa tem o técnico que errou os pênaltis? Não, o cara cobrou também com o Volpe. Não sei se foi o cara que errou ou foi o Volpe que pegou as duas coisas, mas é do jogo, cacete. E culpa o técnico não tem. Se o Flamengo tivesse empatado aquela hora lá, talvez não tinha tomado os 4. Então é tudo. Olha isso, é que você tem que olhar o jogo, você não é ver o resultado, tem que olhar o jogo, cacete. Não foi o dono que foi lá batendo? Não foi, pô. O cara foi lá, me pega, eu vou que pega. Depois tem outro que eu vou lá e pega. Vai fazer o quê? Não tem o que fazer, mano. É por isso que os caras são pelo resultado, os caras não vê a questão como é que é o jogo. Se bobear, só tem muita gente que nem olha o jogo. Mas foi o que o dono falou, quando o time perde a culpa do técnico, né? Então, é fácil botar nada do técnico. É fácil botar nada do técnico. É muito fácil. Não, é difícil comprar gente. Melhor comprar claro, né? Melhor comprar. Vai no onde eles acham que vai resolver. Mas tem que ver, né? Porque eu não sei, eu já ganhei só uma até agora na Champions, né? Mas... se fosse aqui, com certeza. Com certeza. Com certeza. Com toda certeza. é outra cultura, lá é outra cultura. O Jogando também já tem um histórico, né? Vencedor também, né? Ganhou um monte de coisa. Os caras meio que daí como você ganhou alguma coisa. Se fosse o Jorge Jesus tivesse perdido as duas de 4 aqui, do 4-0, você acha que eles iam estar pegando no pé? Com certeza não estaria. O cara já falou, não, mas veja bem, né? Não tem problema. Se é o Jorge Jesus tomando 2 de 4, ninguém ia pedir pra sair, né? Eles iam pedir pra falar, ah, não, mas calma aí, não é assim. Jogar essa aqui, eu vou ligar lá o meu evento. Vamos ver o evento. Vou pegar um Nescauzinho, vou olhar o canal do Diegão. Vou olhar o evento tomando um Nescauzinho. O que vocês acham? Olhando o Nescauzinho. Tomando um Nescauzinho, tomando aquele aperitivinho. Liga, vamos criticar juntos, vamos falar mal. Falar mal, gente. Tudo falar mal, gente. É que bosta. Você não ganha, é que bosta. Que bosta. Marca que os Xbox não me dá direitos, hein? Imagina se me dá direito. Ó, tô com 500G já, rapaz, ó. 500G, falta restaurar com a Black Sleeve dos desertos. Defeat the Dark Breeze to Stop in Times. Stop in Times. Vamos ver o evento aqui. Vamos ver o evento. Oh. Enquanto carrega, eu vou lá pegar um negocinho pra me tomar uma coisinha enquanto isso. Tops, tops. Quero montar uma coisa pra você juntinho, né? É o app do Incint tá bugado. O pessoal tá falando que tava bugado mesmo. O pessoal falou que tava bugado. Tá falando que a minha conta não existe. Não, vou te mostrar aqui um negócio. Eu vou botar pesquisa pra você ver o que aparece. Eu vou carregar isso aqui, né? Isso aqui. Oh, Rita, volta de gravar. Pô, demorou pra carregar isso. Foi mais rápido. Oh, Rita. Volta. Volta aqui, perdão. Lá. Agora foi. Olha lá a primeira pesquisa lá. Ô, Rita, volta desgramada. Primeira pesquisa. Espera que Xbox. Aqui. Ok. Olha, 16 minutos pra começar. Dá tempo de cagar, tomar uma escada pra fazer muita coisa. Cupom de desconto pro gear.xbox.com. Compartilhei a criminalidade pra vocês. Sei lá pegar um negócio.
I've moved quite a lot as I've gotten older, and so a way to stay in touch with some of those folks has been through gaming. I'm excited to see the different ways that community is growing and expanding between Let's Plays and forums and getting to game with more and more people across different platforms. It's awesome to get to be a part of that community and watch it grow even more.
As a mother of a 7-year-old boy, I never feel he has such a strong desire that he needs to engage, socialize, and play with his friends, especially during this pandemic period. This is not what I as parents can give him, but gaming can. More importantly, gaming on a safe platform with a number of safety supporting tools gave me such a peace of mind as a parent.
I want to thank the Xbox team for the marvelous work they are doing. As ex-Close founder member, I had to say this is marvelous. And special thanks to Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil, thank you for all the work you are doing for the gamers and for the Xbox community.
With the friends that I've been able to make with Xbox and the friends that I've been able to make through the online communities that I've been able to be a part of, it's just enriched my life so much that I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the connections that I have now. Thanks to gaming and thanks to online communities and consequently thanks to Xbox.
Gaming is a core part of my life. Some people don't get it, but gaming is a gateway for whole new worlds and adventures to form part of. That's what got me in love with gaming industry.
I've been gaming on Xbox since the original Xbox over a decade now, and I've got friends from all over the world. I'm in Canada, but I have friends in the States and various different states across Europe. It's been a great time to build community.
For me, gaming is a force for good in my life because while staying at home during quarantine, it's allowed me to go explore new worlds beyond the walls of my home and still keep up with my friends and family.
Because it allows me to escape and enjoy life, especially in the world we're living in, and I can do it in the safety of my own home and be with the ones I love.
Gaming is a force for good in my life because it constantly challenges me to think about problem solving in new and unique ways and exposes me to different ideas and ways to perceive the world.
I'd like to thank everybody, the team behind Xbox, Phil Spencer, for over a decade of fun and pure joy of experience. Looking forward to the future and what's to come. Thank you for all your hard work.
Man, what an incredible time to be a gamer. We're getting
Lançamento agora do Halo Infinite. Ô, louco, velho. Imagina que loucura, louco. Mas acho que vai ter alguma coisa, vai ter alguma surpresinha. Alguma coisa vai ter.
Man, I'm so excited to be an Xbox gamer and I can't wait to get
o pessoal começa a falar alguma coisa da Microsoft na internet. Ah, não tem isso, não tem aquilo. Passa um tempo a Microsoft. Eles estão tudo falando que não tem jogo, não vai ter jogo, mas daqui a pouco vai ter processo.
And guys, thank you guys for being Xbox and thank you guys for everything you do. We appreciate you.
Gaming as a community is awesome nowadays. You meet people, you create families, things in common. It's awesome. You make friendships now easier.
Porque o tio Phil falou que ia lançar com o Tiff mais 3-4 deu um adicionista.
Microsoft here has created a beautiful thing. And we're excited for the new launch of the new
console. Jogo acontece.
Gaming has been an enormous force for good in my life, not just by being able to play my favorite titles and share them with people all across the world, but being able to help donate hundreds of thousands of dollars to charities all across this globe by being able to build communities, bring people together, and enjoy our favorite games.
Gaming has empowered me.
Please stand by. Olha isso então. Entendo mais só que eu sentei agora pra escutar o cara falar, fico pensando, vai. A gente espera, né? A gente espera, se mandou esperar, né? Se mandou esperar, nós obedecemos.
Mas o controle é bom, minha filha aí, galera. Nossa senhora, mas até inimigo, hein?
Pera, não. Pera. Eu não entendi. Eu não entendi. Tá falando leitinho aqui. Vocês nunca viram alguém olhando evento Xbox e tomando Nescau ao mesmo tempo, né? Nerd. Manda Nescauzinho. Acho que eu vou tomar um Nescau. Eu não vou tomar um Nescau. Todd também serve. Todinho, todão. Um danonão grosso. Xbox Launch Celebration. Playerzinho. Playerzinho. Ah, que delícia, parece que tá tomando sopa, né? O que será que vem? E agora? É que eu tava falando aqui junto comigo. Mas o pessoal sempre gosta de dar uma surpresinha, hein? Eu acho que vem alguma surpresinha em relação ao jogo, algum jogo novo. Minha aposta é que vai vir um jogo novo. Sei lá, pra final do ano, assim, último mês. E, né, botar uma coisa nova no Game Pass, assim, algo que ninguém anunciou ainda, alguma coisa nova, assim, tipo, por exemplo, alguma coisa assim, um jogo bom, assim. Ninguém espera, ninguém falou nada, coisa assim. Só vão cortar a faixa vermelha, tem que vir algo aí, tem, acho. Talvez, não, acho que Cyberpunk não. Cyberpunk, será? Pode se pensar. Acho que Cyberpunk foi adiado. Mas eu acho que vai vir alguma coisa que eles estão investindo aqui no Game Pass, né? Então vou botar alguma coisa boa assim no Game Pass. Tipo igual foi o GTA, você lembra? Foi o GTA. Pá, do nada, assim, ninguém esperava. Já tinha um anúncio do mês, nesse mês vai entrar isso no Game Pass. Eles fizeram evento lá do nada, GTA 5. Voltou os carinhos.
Through Halo, I have learned a very valuable skill of problem solving.
How has gaming empowered me?
I think
that gaming has primarily empowered me to see people for who they really are. Because you don't see the person behind the controller, you don't see how they look, you don't see what they're wearing, and all that. So you just go off personality.
Pour moi, les jeux vidéo sont un moyen de s'évader et de penser à autre chose, mais surtout de découvrir des univers incroyables, des expériences inédites en coop ou en multijoueur, mais surtout de s'amuser, c'est le plus important.
See a little bit about how gaming has empowered me. Even just through streaming, gaming has given me a lot of self-confidence. It's helped me with public speaking, and it's given me a voice. And by that, I mean I've been able to help with charities. I've been able to inspire other people to start streaming, to do something with their life. I've been able to help people boost their own self-confidence, and for me, that's empowering. Having a voice to create change in the world means everything to me. And the fact that I am able to do that through gaming just shows how powerful gaming is.
Gaming has created a sense of community for me because I live in Minnesota, and being in a wheelchair, I'm trapped indoors 7 months out of the year because of the snow. And so gaming for me is my link to the outside world, my social life, and it's where I meet all my friends.
So when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I had an opportunity to be a leader of a guild. And it kind of fell onto me, but what it actually helped me to do was to lead teams, even remotely, because we were spread out all throughout the U.S. So what ended up happening is I eventually became a project manager. So in my career, like overall, in the future, like professionally, so gaming's been awesome for me.
I've been an Xbox fan since then. Used to game on PC, but then moved to the console platform. I was just so happy with the choice I made, and I've been an Xbox fan since then. It's been really awesome.
My most powerful memory related to gaming has got to be going to E3. Different Xbox pressers to FanFest. It's just been amazing experiences. But I gotta say, the most breathtaking has been the Forza Horizon 4 reveal. The way they did the season changes, from the hot to cold to the falling leaves, it was just epic.
My most powerful gaming memory has to be my first ever game convention. And I think it was Milan Games Week 2013 in Italy. And it was there that I got to meet for the first time some of my friends that I've been playing online with. And to be honest, some of my friends kinda means hundreds of people. And yeah, it was a bit overwhelming, but it's such an heartwarming experience that it will always keep close to my heart. And yeah, it was there that I realized that there is much more in gaming than just playing.
What is my most powerful memory related to gaming? I would have to say that's about 15 years ago when I moved across the country. I didn't have any friends or family out this way, and gaming allowed me to reconnect with my best friend from back home. And playing games with him online reminded me of when we were kids and we would sit in his living room playing games together. How has gaming allowed me to build a sense of community? I would say that gaming allows me to meet and interact with people from around the world, people I may have never met before. And it allows us to come together for a common goal and work together to achieve that goal. It allows us to build friendships and some long-lasting memories.
I have many great memories of gaming, but let me talk about Xbox achievements. I started casually playing without any goals back in 2005. However, I eventually reached #1 gamer score in my country of Korea. I went even further to become #1 in all of Asia. The sense of accomplishment reaching those milestones were amazing, and I'll never forget that.
My most powerful gaming memory is the first time I'm beating a video game in my life, which was Ori and the Blind Forest. I was 5 years old and my little hands couldn't reach the whole Xbox controller, so my dad was behind me to hold the Xbox controller. I would only push the X button and he would yell at us. This means a lot to me because I love playing video games, especially with my dad.
My most precious memory of gaming is when me and my cousins after school would get picked up by our uncle, go home, do our homework, eat, then just play games for hours on end every night and repeat the same process for the rest of the week and even the weekend.
Favorite moment on Xbox has to be playing the original Xbox Halo 2 playing parties with a bunch of my friends. But I had the upper hand because I had Xbox Live and no one else did at that time. So I knew a couple tips and tricks and something called the new combo. I appreciate you guys. Keep up the great work. Can't wait to see what the Xbox team has next. Peace.
The most memorable gaming moment for me was when Fable 2 came out and me and my family had moved. The first thing that I did when I moved in my new room was to power up my Xbox and play Fable 2. And because I had played Fable 1, I saw that everything was the world. And I shared that moment because everything was new for me then.
My greatest gaming memory is how I acquired my first Xbox, the original. It was December 26th, 2001, when I received that console. That's after my parents failed to get me one on Christmas. I went to my great-grandmother's house on foot. She recently passed just this past August at 95 years of age. She immediately called my parents, explained to them how I was feeling, and they went and got me one the next day. She's the sweetest person in the world, and you guys make the greatest gaming systems in the world. Thanks, guys.
I want all the kids in the world to have an opportunity to play Xbox games from whatever devices they get for. I remember the Halo 3 midnight launch. It's cold here in November, so my brother and his wife and I got all bundled up, put an Xbox, an inverter, and a TV in the back of the truck, backed it up in front of EV Games around 5 p.m. and played through Halo 2 while the people in line cheered us on.
One of the first memories I have in my life, period, is the opening cinematic to Panzer Dragoon on the Sega Saturn. It was the coolest thing I ever saw at the time, and I just became engrossed with the concept of playing video games and getting lost in immersive worlds.
My favorite gaming memory is playing Halo Master Chief Collection on Xbox One. That was terrific, and I want to say thank you very much, Phil, Larry, Aaron, and everyone for building up this amazing community, and I cannot wait to play Xbox Series X on November.
Playing the original Xbox console, popping in Halo,
It was literally a life-changing experience. I think it was for a lot of people.
For me, this next generation of consoles, whether you're someone who picks up, PlayStation or an Xbox, a PC, all of the above, is a huge deal because there's even more boundaries being broken down. Crossplay is becoming more common. Cross-save is incredibly common in the industry. So it's really just about
quem tava jogando Assassin's Creed Valhalla no Xbox. O ratão borrachudo tava jogando.
Lifelong friends around the globe. And I may or may not have had Arbiter and the Master Chief as cake toppers at my wedding. Gaming is also the reason I pursued.
Meu Series X tá em BSB já.
Over a decade.
Joãotinho, segue o carro dos Correios aí, das transportadoras, que você ganha o Series X aí. O Zelda já tá em BSB. O Zoquinha, que dúvida, né?
Allows me to understand where my clients are and where they want to be.
I wanted to share that this of Xbox is very important to me because in 2013, when the Xbox One first came out, my girlfriend and I started dating.
Então o Elder diz que o Series X dele já tá em Brasília, né? Em BSB.
And on this year,
segue o cara dos Correios, o cara das transportadoras aí que você ganha. Conhece o da loja Carrefour?
This is very important for me.
As lojas Carrefour.
This is the closing of an era for me and the beginning of a...
Olha o Santão na tela, olha o Santão.
And I can't wait to have the Xbox Series X.
Olha isso, então em 30 segundos em Santão. Chegou.
As Gears 5, Gears Tactics.
Chegou. Logística Sequoia.
And especially playing Hellblade 2.
Gaming means
ela acabou de chegar hoje amanhã.
I can still play with my friends who are across the other side of the world. We can still enjoy playing multiplayer every day on Xbox Live. Is absolutely awesome. For me, gaming is a force for good in my life because it helps me stay connected with my friends around the world.
Você pode retirar, você sabe onde é que é o depósito da B2W. Olha o Santão aí, resgata.
When the weekend rolls around, we are squatting up.
Gaming has been a force in my life by giving me the opportunity to show people how diverse a body of gamers can be. I think representation and visibility is hugely important so that we know that...
Quando a Microsoft manda 2 lá, eu sorteio.
It's also been great for giving me the opportunity to...
Eu vou comprar o S. Se a Microsoft mandar o X, eu sorteio o S.
That want to do good in the world. Gamers can come together to do some amazing things.
Last year, I was attending my first E3, so of course I
comprar o S. Se a Microsoft mandar o X, eu sorteio o S pra vocês.
But through the generosity of a community member that I didn't even know, by the name of Gotham Guy, he and I was able to go to Xbox Fan Fest, one of the best events of my gaming life.
Tem que trabalhar 8 anos para conseguir
gaming on Xbox has provided a sense of community because it provided a safe and inclusive place for me to get on and play games like Halo. I find a friendly community of people on Xbox Live when I moved to the United States but did not have a lot of
Nescauzinho aqui, bonitinho chefe aqui, estamos tomando Nescauzinho olhando o evento da Xbox.
And I'm grateful for that sense of community that Xbox provided.
Well, that's thanks to my uncle. When I was a kid, I used
consegui logar e peguei um isentão de
and he was playing Rainbow Six Free
online. Como que você conseguiu logar? Me explica como você conseguiu logar na
on it that I asked my parents, Mom, Dad, can I get please an Xbox? And they were first doubtful, and a couple weeks later they surprised me with an Xbox and Rainbow Six Free.
The most powerful memory that I have related to gaming is having the opportunity to get to go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and
o pessoal tava reclamando que tava ruim de logar no isentão.
The kids that are recovering from cancer and being able to sit on a couch with them and play their favorite game and just watch their face light up. And it really comes to show that even in the darkest of days, video games put a smile on your face, and I think that will always stick with me forever.
Gaming has really empowered me as a former mixer partner of understanding that there's culture in gaming.
Acho que o moderador não pode dar banho em outro moderador, né? Faz o teste, gente. Tenta aí.
Start seeking out
pode dar banho em outro moderador.
Having a
acho que não
cultural connection with somebody who doesn't even share the same culture.
Moderador dá banho em outro moderador não dá.
Learning about different cultures and learning about other people all together. So it's really empowered me to just want to explore the world by ways of meeting.
Liga de moderadores, vamos fazer uma rinha de moderadores. Fazer uma rinha, um Battle Royale de moderadores. Apesar que eu perdi a moderadora, né? Perdi uma moderadora, infelizmente perdemos uma moderadora. Depois do gado, perdemos mais umas moderadoras. Se o moderador não tem respeito pelo streamer, eu posso falar,
It's with people.
So to all the não dá exemplo no chat, só agradece. Ó, Fernando.
No matter who you are, where you come from, you can do it. So keep creating, keep playing, and power your dreams.
Sim, eu não tenho respeito. Ó, vai começar. 18 anos, ó. RedTube pra vocês. RedTube, 18 anos. Provisional. Se não vir Pep's Man 2, eu nem quero, tá? Só pra dizer. Quero Pep's Man 2 Remaster. Pep's Man. Copyright é novo. Xbox Launch Celebration.
We see a future where you are at the center of your gaming experience.
Ó. Xcloud no Brasil ontem, hein? Agora. What's your play? Xbox Series X. Next game.
This is the most immersive console experience ever.
E o menor console de
We embarked on a quest to find creative teams that have the history of our art form.
Bethesda, começando.
Members can play over 100 titles.
Every Xbox Game Studios title will premiere in Game Pass day one.
Ori 120 FPS.
We're giving gamers the option to connect across devices and across platforms in a way that we never were able to before.
Xbox Game Pass, EA Play.
This is about giving you more choices, giving you more ways to play.
Só pelo jeito de segurar o controle dá pra ver que não joga as menininhas ali pegadas só por um cara também, só pelo jeito que segura o controle você vê que eles não jogam. Eles nunca jogaram videogame, só por isso. Cancela ela.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
This console launch means to me is that I'm going to be able to enjoy these incredible games the way they were meant to be enjoyed.
It feels like everything's been coming full circle after nearly 20 years of
ali no trailer aí tinha umas duas meninas e um cara ali, do jeito que eles seguram os controles ali, você vê que eles não jogam.
This generation of consoles is by far the best that I've ever seen, and it's completely.
Você só vê pelo jeito que eles seguram lá, esse segura diferente, segura assim, assim. Normalmente você segura assim, você não controle assim, eu tava segurando assim. Quem é que joga assim?
Being able to play games at 120 FPS is going to be awesome.
They give the
opportunity to create extended in so many different ways to capture the sense of community and togetherness of gamers around the world.
Era o Pep's Man 2, né? Botaram aquele professor lá, lá do das aulas online lá.
For me, this launch moment means that more people than ever will be able to
jump into
the next generation of Xbox.
Não, Xbox, desculpa,
even more memories with even more friends.
Era o trailer, também quero um trailer realmente.
Whatever your preference, whatever your choice, get out there, go play.
Our dreams.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
The Xbox launch celebration live stream. My name's Larry of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I will be your host today, along with Kate, Kat, Jeff, Tifa, and many other Xbox members around the world. We will also
olha aquele X da Xbox lá atrás dele lá.
Of our Xbox FanFest fans. See him up there? We are coming to you live from Studio D on the Microsoft campus here in Redmond, Washington, right outside Seattle. Now, this building. So many members of Team Xbox and ordinarily work in but today the circumstances are a little bit different, so they're not coming in and out. But There have been many great memories, ideas, and games that have come from this very location. And since we all can't be together in person this year, we thought it would be fitting to bring you the stream right here from the center of the action in the atrium.
Fitting indeed, Larry. Now today, it's not about big news and reveals. It's about playing games. And that's what we're going to be doing all day on this stream. Plus, we've got a few surprises and fun, different aspects you're not going to want to miss. So we hope you're also playing games at home today with us as well, because we'll be playing right alongside you. So whether you're watching us on the primary screen, a second screen, mobile device, we're just thankful and grateful you're joining us here today.
I'll tell you what I'm grateful for, Kate.
Yeah.
This is my third console launch. I was around when we launched the Xbox 360, the Xbox One. Last year, we unveiled the Xbox Series X, the world's most powerful console. This year, we introduced the smallest next-generation console, the Xbox Series S. And today, people around the world are finally experiencing the future of gaming for themselves. All right. Right? I agree. Now, for the next 5+ hours, we'll be on the stream celebrating the launch of the next generation of gaming with developers, publishers, celebrities, and of course, fans. We've got a great stream plan playing Watch Dogs Legions, Forza Horizon 4, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Destiny 2, Tetris Effect Connected, and more.
So let's jump in with a new next-gen title from Xbox Game Studios that gives you a top-down perspective and, of course, the opportunity to save every human on the planet. This is Gears Tactics.
Gears Tactics. Gears Tactics finalmente no Xbox. Antes era só para PC. Xbox Consoles. Para consoles não PlayStation. Hey, Jack. Eu não vou conseguir jogar esse. Comprei o Gears Tactics. Eu vou jogar pelo Xbox Game Pass. Pra quem gosta, é uma boa compra. Esse aqui é muito mais jogo. Eu sou ruim de estratégia, eu vou jogar só um pouquinho só pra ver o que é. Tô horrível esse jogo de estratégia de geração. Horrível isso. Mas dá uma jogadinha pra mim.
Foi ótimo.
Sim. Gears Tactics. Free bônus para 107. Ó, já mudou já.
I'm so excited to be here today. Gamers have been playing this critically acclaimed game
Tower Defense é jogo de estratégia, né? Tática, né?
Console and haven't had a chance to play it yet. Today
como é que era no PC.
As it launches on all Xbox consoles.
And you are lucky because this is a great game. But what I think you might want to know, how does a turn-based strategy game made from the ground up on PC make that move from mouse and keyboard
com a mão assim, fazendo assim com a mão.
Take apart the set here to the Xbox controller.
Tá assim com a mão assim pra ver.
Joining us from live from Vancouver, up in Canada, Tyler Beelman, the publishing design director up
at the falar com o nosso correspondente no Afeganistão.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm super excited.
Marcos Ushua, com você.
Show with you guys, and I'm so excited that everyone will get to play Gears Tactics on their consoles today.
They don't know what is.
Olha aquela arma lá atrás, mano, do cara. Olha a dourada e a prateada, cara. Um de cada canto. Do correspondente lá do Afeganistão. Aqui, no canto aqui em cima, aqui nesse canto ali. Olha a arma dourada. Olha ali a arma dourada na esquerda, a lança. Na esquerda e na direita, olha.
And making sure
Ainda bem que era no nariz, já pensou essa, não é? Fazendo uma colonoscopia aqui assistindo. Olha que da hora essas armas. Essa dourada é bonita, né? E tem os consoles especiais do Gears ali também, olha.
Incredibly satisfying combat encounters, and we've got a really amazing story to go with it. So
achei uma arma, mas era lança retrô, então eu pensei que era uma arma, mas era lança retrô.
And it's widely known that I'm a huge
que a Kel tá fazendo aqui?
Gears Tactics
sabia que a Kel tava
during
participando
the same time period as the other games, right, Tyler?
That's right. It actually takes place about 12 years before the events of the first Gears of War game. So about right around Emergence Day, well before the events of Marcus Phoenix and Gears 1. And the game revolves around a sort of reluctant hero named Gabe Diaz. And if that last name sounds familiar, this is Kate Diaz's father, Kate Diaz being the main character in Gears 5.
Por isso que ela falou que tá subindo, por isso que ela não tá. Olha o isentão agora. Por isso que ela tá subindo, virou moderadora de outro canal e sumiu aqui.
With the
Foi
cog,
apresentar o Xbox Series X.
he is working in the motor pool in sort of self-imposed exile, but he's brought back into the fold to fight an incredibly dangerous locust scientist
Halo, depois Forza e
Ukon,
já
a
saiu
geneticist.
Gears,
And Ukon in Gears backstory is the
vamos ver o que eles vão mostrar do Forza, no Forza. Quero ver o novo.
If you've seen those,
Ela virou mod lá do canal da Germiro.
Those are Ukon's pets. And so our heroes need to go on this journey to try to stop Ukon from creating even more devastating enemies that will take down the planet Terra.
All right, Tyler, we didn't come here to talk. We came here to play and also to talk while we're playing. So why don't we fire up you're playing here on Xbox Series X. So why don't we take this footage? Yeah, so let's load it up and let's see what we're doing. Where are we?
Chapter 6.
Well, Act 2, Chapter 7.
Yeah, we've got this loaded in about 2/3 of the way through the game. So we've got lots of
ADM de novo, sim, voltou a ser ADM no canal do Miro. Se for no canal do Miro lá, o Miro deu ADM.
I've got a 4-person squad here, but the squad now, as of today, also includes Jack, the sort of signature Gears robot companion. But as we move through the objectives here, and I'll show you some of the basics and kind of get people who are not familiar with tactics on PC. I'll give you kind of the basics and kind of why it's a special game. The first thing that I want to point out is that even though it is a turn-based tactics game, the game does not take place on a forced grid. You are free to move wherever you want in the game, in the map. You can create any sort of firing lanes or trap areas that you want. The second thing that I would point out, and kind of what makes tactics special, is in a lot of turn-based tactics games, you're very limited to one move action and one shoot action. In our game, we have 3 action points. You can divide those between your movement. So this would be a 1 action movement here, 2 action and then a 3 action movement. Or you can fire your primary weapon or your secondary weapon 3 times, or you can use these skills. So you'll see the skill bar down at the bottom. These are all the cool skills that I've leveled up or figured out how to get through my equipment loadout. So this is my scout, Michaela. I'm going to look around a little bit actually and get some scope out the battlefield. So this is an equipment case over here. And I can see a bit of the objective, but I can't see into the fog here. So we're going to move our scout up. Scouts are really good at penetrating, getting in close, and using their shotgun to finish units off.
It's a Nasher, man. It's a Nasher.
Yeah, what are you going to do, right? You're going to bounce through there and you're going to take him out with one shot. So one other thing I'll notice, this is not something that we teach in the game. It's kind of a pro tip, is you do have this limitation, this radius of one action movement. But because, we're a Gears game and we want you to be flowing into the cover, we'll give you a little extra movement. That would normally cost you 2. But because you're snapping into that cover, it's going to cost you 1. So when you're playing, you want to always be looking for those little advantages that will help you conserve action. So we'll move our scout Marcella up here, and she has managed to reveal, wow, a ton of enemies. We've got our sort of hammer burst drones here. Those are sort of the normal soldier command units. And then there's a Cantus here, and I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit and show you the Cantus. And the Cantus is kind of a healer class, and it has this opportunity attack, so I can't get in super close or else it will knock me back. And that zoom, actually, while I'm talking about it, this zoom is something we put in on the controller. It's on the right trigger, and that's sort of something we put in just for console users, because we know you're going to be playing a little further back, so we give you the opportunity to get in, and that's really important if you're really trying to position really carefully to make sure you've got the right firing lines. That zoom is also adjustable.
Jump in there. The team has done a lot of work to adapt a genre that's usually played with on PC with the mouse and the keyboard for it to work with the Xbox and with the Xbox controller. Can you talk a little more about what work went into that?
Absolutely. We basically threw out the controls altogether on the controller when we started the console work about 10 months ago. And
já deu dessa bolsa aí pouco melhor que na live. Até mais se eu cagar aqui fazer jogo, sai melhor.
Charge that I've just selected is a skill on that bar that my Vanguard Sid has, and instead of making you sort of hunt and try to find the right location for it, we just snap the cursor to it, and so you can cycle through. Even though these are not viable targets, you'll kind of end up on the right one. That kind of background work, just to make it super smooth, are the kinds of things we did. Another thing we did is on the right trigger, I mentioned the zoom, but on the left trigger, we actually slow down the cursor movement a bit, and so you can actually get a little bit more precision on where
você não emergiu na história do... desculpe. Então, o jogo não é para todo mundo, né? O jogo não é para todo mundo. Desculpa.
The front end where you do all the customization.
Tá certo, exato. Me convence.
Sure it works really perfectly with the controller.
Tyler, let's see some action here because the thing that I want to talk about, is the fact that you wouldn't necessarily think like from a remove that Gears, which is known for its quick action and you shoot first or you're probably dead, at least in multiplayer, would fit with like a patient thinking man.
Agora eu gostei dessa. Agora teve essa, meteu a faca.
And I love that that's in here. You've done an amazing job of capturing the feel of Gears in a game that is a completely different genre. So I'd love to just, we're seeing it, but I would love to hear a little bit more about the steps you took to bring in things that are classic Gears, like a Lancer, like, directly into a Theron Guard or something like that you've done that make this game feel Gears and yet completely new.
Yeah, I mean, it was really important to us that we make a game that feels like Gears, and part of that is making sure that we are rewarding aggression. In a lot of turn-based tactics games, you have a strategy of sitting back. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm going to try to place it just right to maximize the damage with the grenade. This is Gears, right? So you have to push past that cover and take out those enemies. So what starts out as a very intimidating looking front of enemies, through the depth of the tools that you have and the things you can do, and sometimes just a blunt force object like a grenade, we really wanted to emulate what makes the Gears combat
isso é hora?
And that has to do with flanks, pushing through fronts, and one of the mechanics that we hit upon in about the middle of development is the execution mechanic.
Olhando de perto assim, quer dizer, não, olhando de longe, parece que é chato, mas olhando bem de perto assim, parece que tá de longe.
But if you can down a unit, actually I'm going to use Jack here to try to protect.
Now Jack is entirely new because I played this game. I beat the whole game on PC and I loved it. And for someone like me who's like, okay, do I need to play this game? You've actually added a ton of new content that makes me want to go back to the game, whether I do that on Xbox Series X or S, or if I want to do that on Windows 10 PC. There's a ton of new content in terms of enemies, weapons, and of course Jack. So I would love to hear about the new stuff.
Yeah, so Jack is entirely new. He has his own unique skill tree that's unlike any of the other classes in the game. He goes on every mission with you. You have to trade off your sort of offensive capability of your units for the kind of cool tricks that Jack can do. Jack comes standard with a buff called Wingman that lets you improve the accuracy and damage of the other squads. You can cloak Jack. Jack doesn't use cover, so it's important to make sure that Jack is protected. And we added a whole new area of effect element to the game. So he has these capsules, and these capsules create areas of effect that will debuff enemies or buff your unit. So in this case, I aggressively moved Sid up into this position. So I'm going to try to protect him by using a shock capsule, which should debilitate these enemies and not allow them to move or shoot, kind of protecting him. So he's going to fire off his capsule, and now, because those units are shocked, Sid can maintain that forward position, but he doesn't have to worry about those 2 units.
Now, one of the hardest part of the game is always choosing what characters you want to use. You start to fall in love with different ones. You know, do I want to have, you know, more than one sniper at the expense of giving up a scout or something like that? But you don't have to make that choice with Jack, do you?
No, absolutely not. And in fact, I mean, Jack's skill trees, I mean, those are still difficult choices because he has all of these cool toys that you want to use. So, you know, he brings a lot of different options to the battlefield. I'll just move up a bit here.
He doesn't take up a slot, does he?
No, he doesn't. He goes on every mission with you, every side mission, every story mission. It was really important for that you know, we really embrace the player here, and we want to give the player a ton of different tools. We're going to put you in really challenging situations. We're going to throw tons of enemies at you, but the depth and your cleverness will always, well, in a lot of cases, not always, should help you get out of it. And that's, you know, that was something that we felt like was important as we developed the game on the PC, and then in translating it to console, making sure it still has that feel. I've found myself in a bad position.
And to overcome all these enemies, could you walk us through how do you go about squad building and trying to find the best characters for each one of the challenges that you have on Gears Tactics?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I can leave the mission and show you kind of where you do all the customization, and it'll just take a second for it to reload back into the convoy. We have 5 different classes in the game: heavy, sniper, support, scout, and vanguard. Each of them has a signature Gears weapon, so they have, in the case of the support character, they have the signature Lancer. You know, one of the things people told us very early on when we were developing is how much they loved the skills. If you're an RPG fan and you're looking for sort of a deep experience in that way, we've got an incredible set of skills. So each
Gears Tactics, 43 Destiny, 12, 20. Sério que vai ter todos esses tempos aí pra tudo isso aí? Putas que pariu, entre 11 e outros. Não. Cancela, vamos cancelar. Vou jogar um Ratalaika que eu ganho mais.
So you can customize the stock, the magazine,
vai ter tudo isso aí. Vai ficar até a semana que vem, então.
The barrel. And so there's
Alguém recebeu uma mensagem do Rebirth Ninja lá.
And you collect these weapon mods through the progression of the game and by those equipment cases in the level. And that really allows you to build out these ultimate builds the way you want. The same thing goes with the armor. Ooh, there's an
Destiny 2, depois Yakuza, Grounded, Forza 4, Halo, Gear 5, Bright Memory, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Practice Effects. Cara, vai ter 20, vai ter meia hora de Gears Tactics. Quanto tempo? 37 minutos de Destiny 2. Depois vai ter mais 25. Recebeu uma mensagem do Riot.
For that.
Outra mensagem.
Pretty cool.
Outra mensagem.
When you go to
olha quantas mensagens. Olha instantânea na tela. Então a live vai ser bem bosta. Forza 4, né?
Mission screen here where we have that mission we were just
Halo Master Chief, Gear 5, Bright Memory.
Choose your who you want to take on the mission.
Você tá recebendo um monte de mensagem, deixa eu responder.
Oh, there's Cole making a special appearance in his Thrashball armor. Look at that.
Vai ser isso aí. Tem que ser uma coisa mais dinâmica, um negócio assim. Isso é pra espantar público.
Yeah,
olha o instantão na tela. Aproveita e resgata o instantão. Instantão é importante.
It gives you a little boost in the early game by having it.
Instantão.
This is great. Let's can we talk about? You've talked a lot about all the things that are added. You're getting new armor, you're getting a new character in Jack. It was essentially a fifth wheel in a good way.
And
so it was like, wow, this game must be getting easier, but there's another side of that coin, isn't there?
Yeah, we knew we couldn't give you more tools without giving you more obstacles. And so we brought in a class of enemies called the Deviants. The Deviants are sort of Ukon's rejects. They're a little overpowered, a little unruly.
So
enemies, and those Deviants have.
E eu critiquei. O ar foi liberado, Star Wars.
Function as a captain
Mensagem do
for the encounters that are in the that you go through. So, for example, the Deviant Wretch has a pack effect that will make all the wretches around him.
Opa. É isso.
get to you and attack you.
Aqui
Every time a deviant is on the field,
Star Wars
you have to be
liberados.
very careful, and you have to approach the encounter in a different way. And so we've sort of sprinkled those throughout the campaign. So again, even if you've played a single act on PC or played through the whole game, it's a very different experience when you get to the console. And then the last thing I'll throw in that we added is a new tier of loot. We've added an equipment tier called Supreme. So when you're going into these weapon mods,
negócio é gravado, não é ao vivo.
There's a high level of red.
O negócio é gravado.
I don't think I have any actually, because this is
Como é que bota o Star Wars novo? É o Jedi
Those have a synergy to them. So for example, if you have all of the different
Jedi Fallen Order
mods of Supreme for the sniper rifle, it turns it into a crit machine, and that can just keep critting over and over again, and that's exactly what you want to take down those high-powered enemies that might be a little bit further back, that are trying to buff up the enemy team.
Tyler, if you had to put it out there, what's your favorite squad and what's your favorite
de boa, gente. Convidou pra você para diabetes.
Because they do what Gears does really well.
Não sei quem fulano convidou você para diabetes, é o nome do grupo, né? Diabetes é alguma coisa.
Deliver a high amount of offense without the enemy having the benefit of cover. So I tend to lean into scouts. They also have a cloak ability which allows them to push
achando
through.
Que é live de estreia da Xbox Fair.
Have a lot of different
convidou você para jogar no clube Pink Chip, Ovelha Rosa.
But the Vanguard is sort of unique in that the Vanguard has a straight ahead sort of attitude. So whereas the Scout, you might want to cloak or flank around. What you want to do with the Vanguard
convidou você para All Memes Matter.
and
Latin America Club convidou.
We're taking a look here at Gabe Diaz, and you mentioned earlier that Gabe is Kate's mom, and you're going to learn a little bit. I mean, Kate's dad, yes. And you're going to learn a little bit more about her lineage going in. But something I just want to call out, I love strategy RPGs.
Ele falou que ia jogar lá.
XCOM, Year Zero, Phoenix Point, Mario Rabbids. If it has the word tactics in it, I will play that game.
Tem que olhar o flow dele. Ontem eu acho que ele teve no flow. Foi ontem ou hoje, não sei. Ele teve no flow, quero ver. Tirou,
I couldn't believe it. So talk about
quero ver lá o flow dele sem máscara.
This is not just like map, and on forever.
Ontem teve contexto lá, então eu ouvi falar disso aí. É isso que eu quero ver também. Eu tô no contexto, é o contexto ali ontem.
Discover in Gears 5, except this is many years earlier. And so you can recognize some of the architecture and some of the things if you're a deep Gears fan. And it was really, it was an experiment for us that whether or not we could create a tactics game, which usually has a sort of point of view that's a little more omniscient and a little less personal. And can we do that, create a story around a main character that you grow to care about, surround that character with supporting characters like Sid and Michaela that bring the Gabe story to life. It has the sort of triple that you're used to, which of course looks amazing on the new hardware. And that was, for us, part of Gears are big boss fights. Character-focused story. We've got that. It's incredibly relevant to the lore. So in addition to the basic combat and intensity, we made sure that we brought in that really high quality story that makes it feel like Gears.
And Tyler, I heard you have added a lot of new stuff to the game on the PC too, and you've talked about it for a little bit here too. Is there anything else in the game that you want to talk about and show us?
Yeah, I mean, there's new achievements. So for those achievement hunters out there, we've added, I think it's 400 gamer score worth of new achievements. So there's plenty of stuff there for you to hunt down. And of course, just a note, you can play anywhere. So if you've started your game on PC and you come over to console either through Game Pass or buying the game, you could pick right up where you left off and continue your saves, which was very important to our technical director, Cam. Like that was the one thing you had to make sure worked. So it's really great whether you've played it or not.
Vou mandar mensagem lá para ele para ver se aparece na tela.
Tactics player or a Gears player or even someone kind of from an RPG background, we believe there's something for everyone with tactics.
For sure. Thank you, Tyler, so much for being here today with us and for showing Gears Tactics to everyone at home.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Happy launch day.
So that is Gears Tactics, which everyone can play now on PC, Xbox One, and starting today, Xbox Series X and S. And of course, it's on Xbox
Tá mais chato que o PicPay mandando mensagem do Pix todo dia, pelo amor de Deus.
To sort through now and a lot of private messages. So if you play the game by December 4th, you're going to get the Thrashball Cole character pack. We saw a little bit of that and what that
Dizem que esse ajuda bastante você pra você upar rápido.
He's got his, his famous catchphrases and woo, and like all the things you love about Coltrane is into this game as well. So you're going to want to get that. Plus, all you got to do is complete the tutorial and you get the Armored Gabe character skin to use in Gears 5 multiplayer. So it all connects together. So while we can't be together for this in-person celebration, and we love having you up here, but we do miss seeing you, we can still celebrate. So we're bringing our fans together virtually through an Xbox Fan Mosaic. So if you want to participate, go to fanmosaic.com/Xbox Fan Mosaic. There's dashes in there. We're going to put that up down there for you. And you can share your gaming selfie, and we'll watch the Mosaic come together during the stream. The whole world is playing Xbox today, and that goes for Team Xbox too. We're playing, as soon as we get off camera, we're going back there, we're going to be playing Gears Tactics. So throughout the stream, we're going to be checking in on all of our friends here at Team Xbox to see how it's going.
All right, guys, we're going to be recording some Squadrons gameplay for the fine folks at Xbox. So we're just chilling today, going to get a few games in. With a dogfight, and then we'll dive into fleet battles.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's knock off that space dust. Take out those Wookiee hairs. Get on.
Ion cannon away. The first ion missile is away.
I can't get away from
A-Wing, I mean, he's 25 health. If anyone can make some magic happen. Oh, it's not going to matter because we go down. Game's a hoot.
It's a hoot. Punch it, Chewie.
That's some big hits coming in the butt. No. Oh, they got me. Dude, that bomber is doing such a good job. Coming around to make a bombing run. Oh, come on, baby. Dang. Oh man, this has been an interesting day of Squadrons. Not our best, not our worst, but absolutely super fun. This game runs and feels great on the Series X. For folks lucky enough to be playing on the Series X this week, we hope you enjoy launch day. We hope you enjoy launch week, and excited to see what different games you're going to be playing. But there's so many good games coming out this week. You got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Destiny's new DLC.
Vamos fazer outra coisa.
I mean, my
Você viu que o jogo do Marvel já flopou? Já vi.
Are you a huge fan of Xbox? Want to spend time with that community? Unlock special access to exclusive experiences, sweepstakes, Xbox gear, and more? Well, I've got good news for you. Xbox Fan Fest has gone digital.
Deu nem tempo de ler.
Today, and in addition to all the other benefits, you'll also get access to today's drop of exclusive merch into the Xbox Fan Fest gear shop. And you can also opt in to our Xbox Launch Celebration Fan Fest sweepstakes for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, Series S, and that awesome custom Xbox Series X fridge. Now the winners will be drawn at 3 p.m. Pacific time today.
Tchau, né? Porque na hora vai
this live stream. So if you're 18 or over and want to join, sign up now at Xbox.com/FanFest. Now if all that doesn't impress you, let's see if this does.
Hey guys, DJ here. So I've got some really cool and exciting news to share with you guys. So 20 years ago, I teamed up with my buddy Bill Gates, and we launched the very first Xbox console to the world. And since then, over the years, I've had the real privilege of working very closely with Xbox to deliver Xbox consoles and Xbox games to kids all across the country in America and all over the world. Kids who are in need, kids who are fighting the good fight, kids who are hospitalized getting treatment, and we have delivered these smiles, if you will, over the years. So the exciting announcement is I'm teaming up with Xbox once again. We are ready to launch to the world, of course, the brand new Xbox Series X. But before the world gets it, I have an opportunity to team up with Xbox and deliver some of the very first Xbox Series X consoles to kids all across the country in 20 hospitals, and we are teaming up with a charitable organization called Gamers Outreach. It's this awesome organization that provides video games and software to help kids cope with their stays in hospitals as they're getting their treatment and fighting the good fight. This is a look at the very first special edition rock outfitted Xbox Series X console. So we are outfitting these hospitals across the country with the Rock Go-Kart specials that will obviously include this Xbox Series X. Holding this controller really brings back memories because me as being an avid gamer, I mean, I just remember the nights when I would stay up all night long and I would just get my ass kicked playing games. What is important is over the next year, we have over 50,000 kids who are going to be able to play this game. And I want to thank Gamers Outreach. I want to thank my good friends at Xbox, Microsoft, and thank you, Bill Gates, for letting me come on your journey 20 years ago. And to all the kids out there who are in the hospital, who are getting treatments in the United States and all around the world. I send you love, I send you strength, I send you mana. Stay strong. And have a great holiday season and enjoy your new Xbox.
Win a full Xbox Fix Food now. Depois me ganhando de código. É próximo e eu só traga aquele código ali, ganha 25.
Man, I'm so excited about this new system dropping.
I've actually booked 2 weeks off work.
Não fala do console morto, mano, nós vamos assim de depois. Falar de defunto, daqui a pouco é live e começar a falar de PlayStation 5.
I'm going to go pick it up curbside, bring it home, hook it up, get everything going, and then I'm going to press the go live button and enjoy it with my community.
And I'm planning to play a lot of new games with the Xbox Game Pass. The following week, I'll be playing Master Chief Collection,
tem que começar a falar que gosta mais ainda, falei pouco.
In 4K, 120 frames per second, thanks to the new upgrades for Series X.
It's been really great having those games pretty much our entire lives
now.
So I would have to say we are super excited about this new Xbox launch, and especially for Halo Infinite when that comes out.
Nothing really feels better than coming home and hopping online to play with a few matches done.
Super pumped for the next console launch. Let's go. I cannot wait to see what the 4th generation of
Leon quando tiver velho, mais velho.
Right now it just looks
Leon quando tiver mais velho. Oh, seu lindo.
Hey everyone, it's Phil Spencer. Thanks to all our fans and players around the world for joining us today. You're the part of our vision for the future of gaming, and this launch celebration is all about you. We're thrilled to see so many of you around the world playing games that you love, the way you want to play them, with the people you want to play with, on the devices you want to play on. So to everyone who has an Xbox in their home, and all of those who have their heart set on getting one down the road, and everyone that loves video games and what they bring to you, thank you. So, let's do what we came here to do and play some games.
Eu quero tirar foto com você, Jotinho. Eu quero tirar foto com o Fiozão da massa.
At a game I play a ton of, a trailer for Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
Iludiu. É, iludiu. Menino iludidinho. Destiny 20 horas falando Destiny.
The light and dark ready themselves for a new phase.
Já foste mais moderador.
So must
Vou ficar sem moderador daqui a pouco.
The day we've been dreading has finally arrived. The darkness is here.
Ali.
We're deploying guardians to all corners of the system to find answers.
Esse Dash é complicado, exato. É muito complicado. O Brambis fala do negócio e eu não consigo entender.
My friends, we are all in great danger.
The Vanguard only recognizes the light.
Olha o The Rock, olha o que o The Rock falou. The Rock falou. Tá aqui, deixa eu estamos entregando nossos consoles personalizados do The Rock Series X para 20 hospitais infantis que atenderão mais de 50 mil crianças. Obrigado aos meus fantásticos parceiros Microsoft e a Games Outreach. Mais de 20 hospitais vão receber vários consoles exclusivos do The Rock naquele kitzinho para as crianças jogarem. Bora jogar esse ali. Muito longo, muita coisa. Não tá eu, tu, Felipe. Squad. Se você animar a jogar, não joga, pô.
special. The darkness is mine!
Tem que baixar o senso. Nossa, não tem nem espaço pra ter. Nem espaço. O 2 vai estar no Game Pass, né? O jogo é grande, não sei se 158, mas o jogo é grande. Deve bater o 100. Deve bater perto do 100, não é todo 158.
Hey, as I said, big fan of Destiny 2, and the trailer looks awesome. Beyond Light, it's an important moment for Destiny. New raids, stasis powers, and a lot more. I can't wait to play with everyone on Game Pass. I'll probably be on tonight. Game looks and plays great on Series X and Series S, and it will look even better when the next-gen update launches in December. My good friend, Pete Parsons, CEO of Bungie, is here to play the game with me on Xbox Series X, both of which launch today. Hey, Pete.
Good to see you, Phil.
Good to see you. It's we get to play. They put controllers in our hands, and they completely lose us. I'm already getting ready to play. But
they almost think that we're good at this.
Well, you better Sherpa me through this, because I've never played Beyond Light.
Não é jogo da Sony.
I'm excited.
Se fosse jogo da Sony, se fosse apresentações da Sony, eu já estaria chorando.
Like when you think about all that Bungie's done to get to this point and launch Beyond Light, like what's really hitting you right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's so exciting for us, which is, you know, we're players of Destiny, as are you.
Yeah.
And the community has become a really important part
silencioso
of
caiu ontem e
everything we
morreu. Agora ficou só barulhento.
It gives us feedback. It feeds us. You know, we continue to be a part of that community, and we also have this ongoing dialogue with the community. And so we're super excited about where you're headed with this new launch, because not only is the hardware fantastic, but the continued focus on building, growing community, the social aspects of it.
Que barulho é aquele do PS5? Não era assim. É o motor de turbina.
And I think the partnership that we have around Game Pass right now in the game has been fantastic to see. And really, when I think about Bungie and Xbox and our history through Xbox Live and so many of the things that we've done together, it just seems natural that we working together to bring Beyond Light and the new generation of consoles with great updates. You know, 2020 has been a challenging year when you think about all that you've had to do at the studio to get Beyond Light done. Any unique challenges?
Yeah, I mean, well, one is we have a long history together, and that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And Game Pass has been really great for us to engage in. And, you know, we moved the entire studio out in March.
Wow.
Which is a long time. And so Beyond Light, we're really proud of the work. I'm incredibly proud of the work the team has done for Beyond Light, but it is largely a product of everyone. And so when I look at, not only I'm completely inspired by the work of the team to make it, but also of our operations, IT, security team, allowing us or giving us the ability to be able to move out and be productive. That said, you know, working from home poses its own challenges. So this has been, it's been a long road.
É só comprar 0,1%. Tá? Já todo mundo vai falar, nossa, a Sony comprou a Rockstar.
And to be launching a console today and having Beyond Light come out at the same time seems like, you know, a special moment for Bungie.
Very exciting for us, and it's a long history. We have a long history of being partnering with Xbox.
0,1% da Rockstar e dizer, vai todo mundo falar, não. Comprou.
Many years since we started on this journey together.
Okay. Well, we're going to start playing. I think we're on an Xbox Series X here. Again, I have no idea. Oh, there you are. I have no idea what are we looking at here? Why don't you
say at its heart, the Pyramid ships have come back into the system with the Seasons of Arrival, and now we're going to have to
espero que eles tenham desativado as mensagens lá de não aparecer notificação.
New locations that we have, so Europa, as well as new powers where we ultimately decide to wield the darkness with stasis. So that's what we're going to do.
And just so I'm clear, you did take my light level, right? Let me see it.
Don't.
Okay. More grinding to do. Let's go.
Bom.
All right.
Eu fui jogando Destiny 2, né? Outro enfiou o rabo na fogueira aí.
Do you know where we go?
Tá dando fome no gordinho aqui. Ô, bora comer. Bora comer um Nescauzão agora aqui.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to talk with the Drifter.
Okay.
And then we'll head on.
Que bosta que jogo fuso, não sei, não conheço.
You ready?
All right. I think so.
40% de cannabis. Não, 40% de cacau.
I'm ready.
Bicho, não curta
do I
mais,
need to talk to him too? Okay, sorry.
So if you remember, we have
Já compramos 60%, nossa,
a stranger.
Beleza, Rose.
There we go. Sorry.
Valeu pela presença aí, mano.
I owe you.
Obrigado,
We'll get
Caba.
through this.
Valeu,
You will. I hope.
Valeu pela
I
audiência,
am
pela pausa,
the biggest consumer of Destiny lore.
Prevent darkness's arrival.
Not true. The Grimoire.
Actually, one of the things that I love is that the team has done such a good job of building lore over the years that
aqui na Diginet.
we have members of our community who are focused on just lore, but we even have achievements that are lore based. And so
You do. I'm just kind of a put the crosshair on the enemy and pull the trigger. That's my Destiny play, and I love it. And the grind.
É nóis, Ozi. Obrigado pela moral e pela presença aí, cara. Vai lá. Deus,
Okay.
é nóis. Tamo junto.
Beleza,
irmão. Tem sonista mordido com EA Play no game? Tem, juntinho aí, tá. Juntinho com a sonista aí também.
Okay, I'm following. Oh, you're already going.
Não é possível. Não é possível.
all right, so we're on the surface of Europe.
Okay.
No enemies yet. Can
I hit you with a grenade?
You can.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so we're going to try to uncover the secrets here.
Não é possível. É, o João tá bravo, gente.
So I heard you.
O João tá falando que não tá sustentando a indústria agora.
Some of your team meetings on inside Destiny. Is that true?
I will. Any excuse. Do I want this?
Yeah.
Okay. Any excuse I have to play video games, I'll do it. I've done in Destiny, Minecraft Dungeons. So you kind of have to temper the one-on-one based on the kind of player skill of who you're meeting with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's locked. That one's locked.
That
one's locked. I know you can. They're locked for you. Oh, we have a waypoint. Here we go. It's over there.
All right.
Oh, look, it's Destiny, so we're going to go to one area, then we're going to go back.
Oh,
and we're gonna go
stop.
Back. Oh, sorry. Anybody who's looked at my hours played on this kind of... Oh,
não tem exclusivos no lançamento? Não tem lançamento.
Okay.
Tetris.
All right.
So we're on Europa,
que nem diz o Zoquinha, não tem motivo pra ligar Xbox bosta.
There's Jupiter in the
Por que
distance.
não vai ligar Xbox bosta? Não tem nada pra jogar no Xbox.
Good.
Por que não vai fazer pra que ligar Xbox bosta?
So this right now is running 60 frames per second.
Yeah, 60 frames a second. É mais chato que mais sem graça que dançar com a irmã. Do you want to say the fun thing?
Cadê o rei?
You get the... Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
I'm not a huge Crucible player. I'm very good at getting shot in Crucible. But I do know playing Crucible at 120 would be amazing.
And we are announcing today, right now, Crucible at 120 frames a second.
Thank you for that.
Tá
so
dando
good.
dores tomacas. É o abacaxi que você comeu,
I can't wait to play. I was actually talking with a friend of mine.
Abacaxi estragado.
Actually, she was on earlier, Katarina. I'm looking for we're both
Aí
looking forward to
falar da minha DLC do Miranha.
I think I can get shot just fast at 120 frames per second.
I think you probably can.
DLC do Miranha.
Last time we were
Sem
rolling strikes,
tracing.
Yeah, we were. That was fun. We had a good time. I still have that banner that I got for doing that. People ask me all the time, hey, how'd you get that banner? Secret.
Oh, people,
Ó, o gado ali, apareceu nosso amigo gado. Apareceu nosso amigo gado ali.
All right.
So launch day at Bungie. What's going on back at the studio right now?
Well, you know, the studio, it's such an interesting time at the studio because
Bem-vindo aqui, tá falando é o Phil Gameplay, estamos com uma live
we have
jogando
online
10.
teams. There are
Olha o isentão,
as we look for the traffic that's coming in.
Seu console tem navegador? Tem. Olha o segundo moto ele faz.
Launched on all platforms today. So
tem. Olha, Isandão.
I mean, it's super exciting time for the studio. Once again,
alguns aí que não tem.
You know, we've been managing seasons for the last 7 or 8 months, but
manda mensagem lá pra ver se na tela. Eu Spencer. Say hello to Xbox Mil Grau.
And so for the team to be able to have this experience is pretty
incredible. Parece na tela o choro, cara. No choro, cara.
I'm not used to looking at
como
this game.
Como funciona esse incêndio? Incêndio, Arthur? Como é que eu vou te explicar? Mais ou menos como é que eu vou dizer.
So everyone, my gamer
o incêndio é uma criptomoeda. Você vai resgatando nas lives que o pessoal coloca assim, você vai resgatando o código. E vai juntando esses incêndios. Vai juntando lá no site do incêndio, lá você vai juntando esses códigos. Cada código, se não me engano, é 0,3 incêndio, 0,03 incêndio, uma coisa assim. Você vai juntando essas moedinhas. Como é uma moeda virtual, você pode negociar ela, né? O que o pessoal mais faz, troca o incêndio por Bitcoin. Tem uma wallet lá, um site lá, você consegue fazer essa troca. Você troca os teus incêndios por Bitcoin. E depois Bitcoin você troca por dinheiro, né? Mas é tipo uma moeda virtual. Vai resgatando, vai juntando, né? Tem várias pessoas que fazem assim no final do mês, vão juntando as lives, assim no final do mês juntam 50 contos de dólar, né? 50 dólares. E o streamer também ganha, quando você acha que quando você é verificado, você ganha também, o streamer ganha. E outra coisa, você pode doar, por exemplo, você tá na minha live, vai resgatando, você chega uma certa quantia, você pode doar para o streamer, pode doar para quem você quiser.
Or blocking them off in walls like I just did. Or dying like you would do.
No, I'm not dead, don't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Do not.
Faleceu, até o webcam dele faleceu, aí. Nossa, tá dando dor de estômago. Vai cagar lá, filho. Caga aqui. Mas depois se você quiser cadastrar pelo meu link, daí eu ganho também, como indicação. Pera aí, deixa eu pegar o link. Cadastra pelo meu link lá, já me ajuda lá.
After 20 years, reconstituted my original request for P squared. And so now,
is that what we're going with? We're not calling it
outra moeda mesmo.
You're P3, and I'm not going to take that away from you.
Só que parece que a partir de alguns dias você só vai conseguir resgatar através do aplicativo do celular, né?
Yeah, it's less than.
Não, já dá. Só a partir de agora é só pelo celular você consegue resgatar. A partir do celular.
And I really appreciate
o celular tem um aplicativozinho do incêndio. Agora antigamente era esse código. Agora você pega isso aí e você resgata pelo celular.
Did you die? I heard you're gonna nerf my game.
Deixa eu pegar o meu link aqui.
Okay.
Meu link.
This is called two middle-aged guys playing video games.
No, now it's not. Now it's called. Oh, it's a pound. Okay. Oh, it freezes.
Esse é meu link de referência. É só pelo app do celular, eu vou baixar agora. Será que eu consigo resgatar o meu próprio código?
Do I still have the headbutt is still in? Nice. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go get that.
I died.
I know.
I blame you though.
Botei
It makes me sad.
No!
I'm getting a shot.
Okay.
Now you can mope on me. That was my bad. I'm not gonna let you.
No, this is no.
Tem que entrar nele pelo céu nesse link? Não. Fazer o cadastro você faz pelo link, né?
Okay,
o cadastro. Depois para resgatar os códigos você usa o celular.
Gold bars here.
Oh man. I'm not selling this.
That's okay. Bad. It's my first time playing it, so. Now we're on. What is the?
Okay.
Oh wow, they keep right back.
Well, we're also.
Are we under level?
There's just a bunch of scary exclamation marks.
Beleza, irmão. Beleza.
All of the combatants.
Sufu faleceu.
We're just gonna slow down. Take our time. We have like 15 minutes.
Fio faleceu.
We're gonna hide for 15 minutes.
Okay, here they seem to be powering up. Let's do this.
Sei que eu desço.
If I freeze them, can you at least shoot them? I'm the one wreaking havoc on all these.
Hey, in all seriousness, the launch of this is the launch of the new console is really exciting for us.
Thanks.
Not just in terms of new consoles are awesome, but I think I said it before and I'll say it again. The push that Xbox is making towards social. One of the things we've talked about with Destiny going all the way back to 2009 was we wanted Destiny wherever you are and wherever your mood. And so, and to become that social experience that people want.
Tio Fio viciado nessa porra. Mas eu vi aquele viciado, nossa. Muito viciado. Imagina se não fosse.
Casual encounters, but you also have these intense encounters as well. And I think
chega a morder o beicinho na hora de jogar.
Continue to build on social, but also we continue to build on Game Pass. So we have people are able to engage with the Destiny universe and become part of it, the community. And on top of that, just the ability to play on multiple devices is also incredibly important. I remember, how long was it ago you showed me you were playing on your phone?
Yeah, that's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, so Phil came by the studio like 2 years ago and was playing on his phone. I couldn't believe it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
And just the idea of our ability to, oh, did you die?
It's like revived you 3 times while you've been chatting. So. No, we've talked a lot about your guys' vision. I think Bungie.net was an inspiration for a lot of the things that we looked at, which was obviously created before your garbage right now on Xbox Live, and just watching how you guys have evolved that service. And it's great to get to partner on where you want to take this, and maybe even talk to you about other things that Bungie could be working on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super proud of the team, and we continue with building and growing the Destiny universe. And we have many years ahead of us to continue to build and grow Destiny, but we're also working on other things as well. And one of the fun things about working with you and the rest of the team is
tutorial no YouTube,
I think we've tried to make a universe that will that welcomes you, like no matter where you are.
Yeah.
No matter where you're from, how you identify, like we have this.
Isso é uma ferramenta boa para quem faz live também, né? Porque se o pessoal estaria assistindo pelo Vicente, tá fazendo se fidelizando um público a mais, alguma coisa. Em relação ao
that's great.
Muita gente está usando, principalmente na The Live, né? O pessoal na The Live usa bastante. Tem o pessoal aqui no Twitch também usando.
Activities like raids, or Nightfall, you can totally do that. And so we offer this great range of fun things that are more fun to do with or in front of your friends. And that's always a great.
Bom, acabou. Graças a Deus acabou. Okay.
Season rank. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. I can't see what you're saying. All right.
Oh, they're moving us. They're moving us. We went too slow.
Where are we going?
They're fast
Eu ainda
forwarding
não
us.
cheguei na meta para resgatar.
Yeah, so it's been fun to be part of that partnership. I mean, I think we share a lot of the same common DNA. Certainly, we've had an incredibly long relationship with each other. But yeah, at its core,
verificado lá ainda, mas falta algumas metinhas lá para pegar o
a lot of fun things. It has to be this hopeful, inviting world, but engaging you socially and allowing you to be a part of this larger community with your friends ultimately is the most important thing that I think we can do.
Cara, mas pelo que você mandou, Juntinha, essa live vai até tarde, mano. Se dá aquele tempo que você falou ali, vai dar umas 6 horas de live.
To us, I'm laughing right now because I'm sure I'm getting lots of messages from our community because of people I play with, and I know you do too. And that's just super exciting when like your favorite game is also like your favorite community of people, and it's pretty rare. To have that.
Dá sono.
One of the things, there we go, I think. When we were talking about Xbox, maybe people don't know your history with us.
Você quer ser evento mais dinâmico, ali, questão de 1 hora, fala pouquinho de cada coisa, pelo jeito.
I was at Microsoft a long time ago. Phil and I used to work together in games, and a few of us worked on actually the original Xbox. And we also acquired Bungie. And that happened in May of 2000, if you can believe it. I can't believe we're getting old, man.
We are, yeah. I think getting doesn't need to be in there. I think.
And so I was an early employee on the Xbox, and as were you. And we worked on the acquisition of Bungie, and then I was ultimately fortunate enough to flip over and work on the Bungie side. I've been there pretty much ever since.
How many years has it been now with you at Bungie?
Well, the entire span has been about 18 and a half years. And so, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Like, I'm super inspired.
Best travel.
I'm super inspired by the team. Like,
Best travel.
Yeah, even during the pandemic, Phil, like every week we do this team meeting, and I get an opportunity to tell people how much I miss them. You know, how much I want to see their faces.
Yeah.
And talk about what we're doing, and you know, we've just been able to assemble this collection of some of the most talented, passionate, inspirational people you've ever met, and it keeps growing. I mean, I think I was employee 44 when we started, and
there's more than that now.
There is more than that now. It's several hundred people, not only working on Destiny, but working on new projects.
Yeah.
And you know, we're an independent developer, and so we've also built out our own, publishing infrastructure and ability to communicate with our fan base.
É muita emoção, quase jogo da Sony.
It's been awesome to see.
Quase emocionante dormir aqui, porque pelo amor de Deus.
Really, I mean, well, I have to say the same thing about you all.
Evento sem graça.
All right, we're playing.
Não quero ver os outros jogando, quero ver os anúncios, as coisas novas. Pô, pensei que ia bater nessa tecla de lançamento, de coisa, mas agora ficar esses caras jogando.
I'm going to pretend like everything's going fine. I'm just playing.
Is it not working for you?
No, it's just about to work.
Okay.
It's just going to work.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Anyway, so this is I think we're going to come up against Aramis, as we've had the new pyramid ships have come into the system. A new force has arrived that wields the darkness on Europa, and that is what we're going to.
Also,
Nope.
Anyway, so going back to our long history, I mean, obviously we have a long history with Microsoft and with the Xbox. I always think about not only the launch of Halo CE as it's known now, but certainly, I think we changed the world together with Xbox Live and Halo 2, and I think we continue to do that kind of work together. Hopefully, Game Pass and then Beyond Light and the launch of the new consoles will be a continuation of our great history.
And the fact that, I mean, obviously it's not just Xbox that's launching right now. PlayStation has a big launch. You guys have a big presence there. You've grown your presence on PC. I mean, just the complexity that you guys manage now with all the different platforms. Just great to see how you've connected those communities, allow me to move between PC and Xbox, which I do quite a bit, playing back and forth. I just really love how you've embraced letting people play where they want to play.
Yeah, and we have cross-generational play, which we're doing as well, and we'll continue to push on making sure that, if you want to play our game, you can.
Sanduíche,
and no matter what device you're on. So that's the goal, and we'll continue to push towards that because we think the Destiny universe is pretty special. And I'm excited because we have this really great roadmap ahead of us for the Destiny universe. Beyond Light kicks off a new trilogy inside of that universe.
And
then after that, you'll see new games coming from Bungie as well. And it's been fortunate that we've been able to build up the kind of talent that's able to continue to build and grow the Destiny universe as well as think about new things.
Cool. Well, I think that's about it. You've seen some more talented players than I playing through.
And I.
Really excited to get to play Beyond Light. Like I said, I'll probably be on tonight playing. Appreciate the great partnership with Bungie. It's always fun. It's good to see you.
Yeah.
And to everybody who's waiting to play this game, jump in. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be exciting times. I'll see everybody tonight. I'll be online on Xbox.
See ya.
All right. Take care.
It's all good, guys. He's the ex-military rock star that headlined Cyberpunk 2077, and though he's been a part of the franchise since its tabletop days, what do we really know about Johnny Silverhand?
Game footage. Ah, agora é o Yakuza agora. Ah, você não vai conseguir resgatar o seu próprio. Consegui. Vamos dar game.
Johnny Silverhand is a rocker boy, and a rocker boy is a character class from the original 2020 pen and paper game. A rocker boy is a very charismatic individual who's able to lead and inspire others. Johnny Silverhand is one of the most famous of them from his time with the band Samurai, and also well known for his political activism. Johnny Silverhand was born in College Station, Texas. He joined the military at a young age and became part of the Second Central American War, an ill-fated American war that takes place in the late 1990s in the cyberpunk timeline. He abandoned the war, becoming disillusioned with the United States and the world at large, and signed up with a group of Aldecaldos that were traveling back to America. In a world ruled by corporations, Johnny Silverhand stands against them. Arasaka Corporation, most notably. He's extremely anti-authoritarian, and in the past he's led direct action against the corporations, including starting a riot at Arasaka headquarters and later leading a band of mercenaries in a direct assault against them.
How about we go over the plan?
Johnny Silverhand is a very strong-willed individual who is a bit of a narcissist. He can also be a bit of a jackass and is really suffused with his own anger. In 2077, you may see graffiti that says, "Where's Johnny?" It's been over 50 years since Johnny was seen last, and it's assumed that he died at the end of the Fourth Corporate War in the Arasaka Tower explosion that he presumably caused. Of course, if you play the game, you'll find out for sure. I'll be interested to see what people think of Johnny Silverhand. On one hand, he's played by a supremely charismatic actor, Keanu Reeves, but on the other hand, Johnny can be quite arrogant and bellicose at the same time. So we'll see what people think. I'm very excited to join this Xbox launch celebration and be part of this fun Johnny Silverhand moment.
Liz. Obrigado, minha mãe também acha.
It's easy to see why we're a fan of Johnny Silverhand, and that's why we constructed a 20-foot replica of his hand that you can control. Here's a behind-the-scenes look on how we did it.
Olha lá eles fazendo negócio do jogo. Que homem, pô, homem com H. Parecendo boneca. Vamos fazer a cidade. Xbox Plaza. Ó. É outro nível, né, meu querido? É outro nível, Mark. Fora no E3 2021, tio, não dá. Eu vou ir na BGS, então não dá pra ir na E3.
For the past 24 hours, we've had a poll on Twitter where fans can vote with emojis to select the gesture that this 1,700-pound hand will make next. And the fans have voted for the winning gesture, and that is...
A Microsoft vai me levar lá em 2023. Tudo paga pela Microsoft em 2023.
Now, all right, so like I mentioned before, yes, you have control of this. A new poll is up on Twitter right now, so go check it out and keep voting. We'll reveal the next gesture before the end of the show.
We finally arrived at the launch of all new Xbox consoles. To celebrate this momentous occasion, we had a number of events around the globe. Queenstown, New Zealand, the first place in the world to launch, became Greenstown. They launched their own launch live stream and turned the town green for a day, complete with a huge Xbox Series X floating in the Wakatiki Lake with a dreamlike mapped light show. Don't believe me? See it for yourself.
Colocaram o nome dele errado, eu não vi. Pra minha cabeça de lâmpada. Ribo. Então, HRY. Olha o lançamento lá na Austrália. Na Austrália, o PlayStation já morreu. Que bagulho da hora. É outro patamar. Patamárico. Tony Wins. Só não vê quem não quer, William. Só não vê quem não quer.
Let's suppose that you were able every night to dream any dream you wanted to dream. And that you could have the power within
Xbox
one night
manda
to
os
dream.
filhos. É só começar a falar Xbox, William. Fala sério, é Xbox. Xbox.
And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, fulfill all your wishes.
Mas só vai chegar o PS5 aqui dia 27 de fevereiro, ó, 27 de fevereiro.
Let's have a surprise.
Jontinho é sonista.
Let's have a dream which isn't
Paga até com data agendada. Mas existe o PS5? Existe?
And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
Ainda tem esperança de um portátil novo da Sony para ela competir com a Nintendo. Acho difícil. Cadê as coisas que ficam aí atrás, gente? Então eu dei uma ajeitada ali. Ali atrás ficou só os videogames. Então só meus videogames, meus 360, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, tudo atrás. Eu subi umas caixas por cima da geladeira. Eu tenho que dar ajeitado para botar o 360, o Xbox One S, o Series S, que eu vou ter que ajeitar mesmo para deixar os três conectados na TV. Só mudo a... Deixa eu sonhar, pô. A sonhada é livre, né? A sonhada é livre. Olha embaixo lá, I'm PC gamer and never owned a Xbox. My interest on Xbox has drastically increased in this generation. Eu sou um PC gamer, eu nunca tive Xbox, mas o meu interesse no Xbox aumentou muito, drasticamente nessa geração. O design eu simplesmente amei. Eu raramente assisto uma stream desse. Olha o PC aqui. Eu aqui querendo portátil 720p 120 FPS. Da Sony? Porra, nem o PS5 é 120 FPS. Não é passando um falei pro PS5. Você acha que o portátil vai vir? Você nem o PS5 é 120 FPS. Você acha que um portátil vai vir? Deixa eu não, pode sonhar. Pode sonhar. O sonho você já tem, né? Agora o resto. A música não é. Nós vamos mudar. Agora Tetris Connected.
Pretty incredible. Did you catch that?
Voltou a cabeça dela. Olha lá o X tudo lá do lado da TV Cultura, lá atrás lá. X, tudo. Olha lá atrás dele lá o X, lá o bonequinho X lá que conversava com o cara lá que... comediante lá que
to reveal the anagram you need to unscramble and solve. All right, once you have that, then you tweet the keyword that includes the hashtag solvefact and hashtag sweepstakes to be entered to win our hero prize bundle, which includes everything you need for the ultimate gaming setup for you and a friend.
Fazia umas receitas, fazia umas experiências, tudo da hora. Era da hora. Saudades da minha infância, Castelo Rá-Tim-Bum.
A Razer Kishi controller and 24 months of Game Pass Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. There will also be 7 runner-ups who will get an Xbox Series X
vez eu mandei
console
carta
and
pra eles me responderam, uma
Xbox
carta depois do
Game
tempo
Pass
depois.
Ultimate. Get ready to solve for X. $1.440, não é resolução aceitável pra mim. É de cada um, eu não ligo a resolução, eu quero jogar e fazer do jeito. Samsung Note, Razer, não sei o que. Eu acho 1080 que 1080 faz você ser um jogador melhor. Olha o monstro, olha o monstro do Halo, olha o monstro do Halo, queria, hein? Pareceu um monstro do Halo ali, né? Queria, hein? Queria, só pra ter a latinha, tomar uns 30 e tomar. Olha lá. Ó, o win é Xbox Series X Monster, ó. E eu recebo a chance de win. Opa, vou até me ajeitar aqui que eu quero ganhar. Quero ganhar. O que tem que fazer? Quem que eu tenho que chupar pra ganhar um desse? Me fala aí, quem que eu tenho que... Olha o instantão na tela.
Over the last year, we've seen gamers contribute to so many crucial charitable causes through Xbox, and we wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you. This year, the Xbox gaming community showed up and raised over $4 million for important causes. In the spirit of giving with Xbox, empowering dreams, we're donating $250,000 around the world to power the dreams of local nonprofits who are delivering vital support for local communities. We've partnered with Soft Giving to fundraise for Make-A-Wish International. At Xbox, we care so deeply about all the members of our community, and we want to invest in your local community with causes that are important to you. Each person that donates is automatically entered into all throughout the stream. Every 15 minutes, we'll be giving away a 3-month Game Pass Ultimate subscription, as well as a few HyperX Alpha Gold headsets. To donate,
viu o headset da HyperX dourado, caralho? Yakuza Like It. Olha o William sonhando. Deixa sonhar, pô. Deixa sonhar. O homem sem sonho é um sonista frustrado. Nota essa frase. Em breve essa frase estará para os anais da história da comunidade gamer. Um homem que não sonha é um sonista frustrado. Em breve vai ter uma foto minha em preto e branco com essa mensagem, tipo aquelas que eles fazem com os usuários, né? Vou fazer uma minha foto daquele lá com a minha foto escrito essa frase. Eu queria um PS Vita 2, putz. Nunca vi um PS Vita, cara. Eu queria muito ter visto um PS Vita. Isso que é da hora, mano. Eu queria um remaster do Pep's Man. Não, remaster do Pep's Man, mas não vai ter. Pep's Man. Pep's Man. Pep's Man. A musiquinha era parecida com a do Batman, cara. Igualzinho do Batman. Não era igual, mas era parecido. Você lembrava o Batman? Pep's Man. Eu sonho também, queria 8K 120 no PS5. Dia 27 de fevereiro você vê. A caixa dele tem 8K, mas ele não falou. É que na verdade o PlayStation 5 é um videogame do futuro. Tudo vai ser no futuro. Vai ter um futuro update para 8K, um futuro update para rodar melhor, um futuro update para retrocompatibilidade, um futuro update para durar mais, um futuro update para várias coisas. É um videogame do futuro, vai vir tudo no futuro. Like a Dragon, available now.
Play it on the all-new
Xbox. Tava legal, agora vai vir o quê? 80 minutos de gameplay pra cair o negócio. Birubiru, meio do Corinthians nos 90. Meu sonho dele não foi a turbina de avião.
You fighting crawfish. Here to tell us more about the latest entry into this cult classic series, senior producer Scott Strickert. Scott, welcome to the stream.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh man, thank you for being here, and I will say thank you for making Jeff's day come true.
Da SEGA, olha com a blusa da SEGA ali. Olha aí com a blusa da SEGA ali, ó.
It is. Now, for someone who's never played Yakuza,
o pessoal já vai começar a criar teoria só porque tava com a blusa da SEGA.
What should they know about the series before they jump right in?
This one is one of the ones that you can almost pretty much jump right into.
Senior location producer, SEGA of America Productions in the
city of Yokohama, Japan, and also it's a brand new action turn-based battle system.
All right, so we're looking at live gameplay here right now, right? So tell us, this is.
Deixa vazar a gamer tag daqui a pouco dele aí, ele vai ver começar as mensagenzinhas. É esquentar a casa no inverno, como é que vai fazer para esquentar a casa?
This looks a lot different than what you're used to, but at the same time, there's a lot of familiar things. And tell us about how you turn this into an RPG without losing the flavor and what makes Yakuza Yakuza.
Isso é batalha de turno no negócio? Eu nunca joguei Yakuza, então não sei como é que é, mas é batalha de... Olha lá, vai brigar, olha lá. Então eles vão brigar entre... Olha.
Really crazy kind of battles. It has that Yakuza spirit at all. It's very fast paced. It's still got some action elements to it. There's just a lot going on, and it's really fun.
I like that. There's a lot going on. Yeah, no kidding, Scott. There is a lot going on in that trailer we just saw, and I don't know. It's
like parece uma batalha de turno,
start and unpack. But Jeff, our resident expert here, I feel like this is a great time. You're looking at gameplay. What's your first impression here? What's your thing that you're pulling out?
Well, I gotta say, you guys are way further in the game than I am. So I'm like, you get 7 people? So we could talk about the party system. We could talk about how great the game looks. I'm assuming you're playing in, there's a couple different, there's like high resolution mode. I think you're in sort of the normal quote performance mode. And the game it is the best looking Yakuza game to date. I don't think there's any debate about that.
Tem que meter a bunda no aparelho ali, na maquininha de doce, salgado.
Yokohama. We've been in
vai fazer um empréstimo no banco. Ô tia, você tem dinheirinho para emprestar aí? Vai comprar novo Series X.
But this is a new place, and I can tell I'm like maybe 10 hours in, and I have seen very little of what there is to offer in the town, mostly because if I cross this.
Cara, a hora que eles botam, sem ser esse pessoal falando e jogando, a hora que eles botam aquelas coisas antes, você fica mais animado a assistir coisa, aquelas animação, coisa. Mas daí bota esses caras falar e jogar, cara, um pouquinho, nossa, dá uma brochada, mano, né? Olha, virou uma conquista, 15G, Fanatics.
We've got these 3 factions that are essentially fighting for control over Yokohama. And when Ichiban kind of gets involved in their drama, and as you've been talking about, this city is massive. It's 3 times the size of Kamurocho if you've been exploring that. And you can essentially take on these different various factions as you kind of cross into the different areas. So there's a commercial district, there's a homeless district, there's a uptown and a low town and a park, and kind of these different factions control different areas. And yes, if you aren't strong enough to go there, you should not go there.
Yeah, you should definitely pay attention. It'll say in the neighborhood how many stars are there, and that's how difficult it will be there. And if you ignore it, you lose half your money.
Não gosto de jogos assim.
Let's talk about this.
Can you bring me through here? I'm both intrigued and very concerned.
So yes, there's a whole RPG-based job system in our game. You can essentially unlock and change jobs, but of course, you know, in your classic RPGs, you have fighter, thieves, mages, and those kinds of things, right? But you take that and apply it to the real world, and as a result, we've got musicians and dancers and idols and. You name it, it's here. There's just a lot of jobs that you can level up, and it's what makes it really cool is just that you go in expecting like a warrior and a thief, and you're like, okay, I know how these jobs play. I know what to do with a thief. He's going to steal something. Whereas you go to a musician, you're like, I'm not sure what this guy's going to do at all, or this breakdancer, what are his moves going to be like? And the more you level them up, the more zany they get.
So we see these QTEs here, and moving from a series that had been known all about brawlers and really like action, and you kind of needed some stamina to like fight some of these tougher characters and dodging out of the way and blocking at the right time. And I was wondering how that would translate to a game where like if whoever's steering the game right now puts the controller down, like the game would have effectively stopped.
Por isso que sonista hypava Yakuza quando tava no PlayStation 5, eles falavam, Yakuza,
you want to hit the timing exactly right, like right there, you hit the Y button for more battle. That's a tough folk singer right there. And I actually got super into, like, on the defensive side, you've got to hit B at like just the right time, and you can do sort of perfect blocks. So it is while it's a turn-based RPG, this is not just like, all right, I'll just hit A and I'll just go to the next thing and select and select and select.
I'll take it.
Right, yeah, it does keep you on your toes. That's kind of that marriage I was talking about. It's just we took an action system and applied that to an RPG system so that you can, it's not going to be passive. You are going to want to think about where the people are positioned and how your guys are interacting with each other. Even in the sense that, if you put yourself between a traffic cone or a sign and you between an enemy, you can weave that into your attack. You'll just pick up that traffic cone and automatically wallop some dudes with it. So it's not just a sleepwalk through a battle system kind of thing.
Well, here's a question that I know is ripe on Jeff's mind. Ripe on the mind?
Jogo nipônico é jogo de punhetinha japonesa, igual falar jogo de punhetinha japonesa.
Anyway, I will say, how do we see party members here? How do party members join the campaign? Talk to me about that aspect.
Right, so you're going to be recruiting this down and out kind of guys.
Your first
befriend as you are dropped off in this homeless camp, and then you befriend this ex-cop, and it's just this group of people who have been on the downside of the socio-economic and your team just grows and grows and grows because Casca here is actually a very charismatic dude. He has a lot of things about him that just draw people to him, I guess. He's that type of protagonist, and we spend a long time at the beginning of the game really building up him and his backstory and teaching you kind of what Casca is all about. We're a very narrative-heavy game. It's a lot of cutscenes. It's a lot, you can settle down with your drink of choice that you might want to sip and, sit down at the beginning of the game, and then, the deeper you get, the more it rewards you.
That drink is probably in the game, by the way, because there's all kinds of real Japanese that I wish I could get a hold of right now. So let's talk about Kasuga. Ichiban Kasuga is the hero here. We're used to seeing Kiryu Kazuma from...
E olha essa estrutura dos carros, cara, estacionado horrível.
You're building them up from nothing.
E o Phil Spencer falando, foi a melhor coisa de ontem, foi os caras falando em português lá, porque o resto também... O cachorro foi da hora. As duas coisas mais interessantes. E até a Sandra, já masterizada.
He's a optimistic young Yakuza
com japonês,
grew up playing
fazedor de sushi.
His favorite game, Dragon Quest, and that informs his life. That informs kind of his...
Just a bio of Jeff.
Yeah, it's okay to admit I was the inspiration. It's okay.
Absolutely. We base Ichiban Kasuga on Jeff, and no. He he's got this mindset about him where he's everything he's learned about positivity and being a hero is essentially taken from JRPGs that he grew up with, which is informs what he sees when you get in these.
A live eu não vi, só alguns cortes. Não, só o final cagou. A hora que botaram a Raul pra jogar 37 horas.
Of course the game had to be.
Botaram a menina lá jogar 37 horas no final jogando Assassin's Creed. Você vê que ela não joga Assassin's Creed.
As a result, Casca is, like I said, he's this ex-Yakuza. He doesn't really know what to do with his life. Very early on in the game, there's a situation he gets in with his boss that betrays him, and now you kind of have Casca looking to find a purpose, and it's in all these other people and all these ragtag group of people that he recruits into his party that where he finds that.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about the voices, but since we're here in like one of these like Sega arcades, I just love that. When you're thinking about like a gangster story, you might be thinking of good.
O Vinícius ficou só olhando pra mim, nem queria saber da gameplay, Vinícius que botar lá Google, só queria olhar as menininhas lá, a menina de cabelinho roxo.
Are you sure that
menininha de cabelinho roxo?
Practice that to be able to get that on the first try, because that I would drop a lot of yen into that. We're all very.
Always sentado na terra.
So let's talk about bringing this to life. So in the previous Yakuza games, they were all in with Japanese language with subtitles, and that's how you've gotten to know those characters. And we spoke actually a few weeks ago on the Xbox.
Eu vi que apareceu o BRQS não apareceu um monte de gente. Até o Goticose apareceu lá, os caras que falam mal de Xbox estavam lá de novo. O Goticose falando bem do Xbox no vídeo do Xbox BR, uma hora depois o Babão tava lá no outro vídeo lá falando mal.
We'll start it up and I'll put it on English to start, because I'm a nice guy.
O Babão é foda.
He's amazing. He's really good, and I have continued to play
então, Diegão, traço, NLW.
And I know I'm losing my standing here with the Yakuza community by playing in English. I just want to say, it's a phenomenal job. And I also wanted to call it George Takei from Star Trek, and is the voice of Apollo. This is not like you've probably seen like, oh my, like sort of zany George Takei. This is serious George Takei, and he delivers an amazing.
Esse jogo aí é bosta, muito bosta. Cara, pra ser, isso aqui consegue ser pior que o Tell Me Why.
It's really impressive the level. This is a lot of what you do. I know, Scott. So talk about the effort that went into the localization here, and especially now in English voice.
Yeah, so we bring
essa merda aí já tá de sacanagem.
Primarily because it's a whole.
Eu já vou dropar esse cara, porque eu vou ficar 30 horas falando essas coisas aqui, não vai ficar enrolando. Acho que eu vou lá fazer um kisuko lá que eu ganho mais, porque essas coisas aí, pelo amor de Deus.
Those Japanese voices are because they're part and parcel with those characters, right? But here we saw an opportunity to bring an English cast here to, hope widen the door a little bit. I think that there's some people out there who are, obviously the core fans like, this is a game you play in Japanese, and that's perfectly understandable. But the opportunity to bring in more fans with an English dub, particularly,
eu vou sair, vou dar uma descansada, depois ir para aula.
Whenever you want, if you ever want to go back to the Japanese, because the Japanese.
Eu tô jogando meu Gnomão Garden lá, o meu Lost Artifact lá que tá ganhando mais do que esses
English cast, like you said,
culpa do Juntinho que veio me avisar que ia ter evento.
We go to all links just to make sure that we're capturing.
Tudo na culpa do Juntinho. E aí, Diego, vai assistir o evento? Falei, vou. Pô, nem sabia que tinha evento, mas já que você lembrou, vou botar o evento pra nós ver aí, vai conversar. Pensei que ia ser um evento. Os caras falando, jogando essas coisas. Pelo amor de Deus. Eu vou lá dar uma descansada.
Hey, here's a question for you. So we were just
agradeço vocês terem aguentado a paciência de assistir
fans of the series, as Jeff would mention, are there any familiar areas?
Tem que ser aqueles eventos, eles jogam um trailer, comentam, alguém fala assim, mas não fica 40 minutos em cada jogo. Olha que Natasha, quanto hora em live? 2 horas e 46 em live já. Falou de 3 jogos só. Falou do Gears, do Dash,
o certo, se dizer, se cria vergonha na sua cara.
Mini games like karaoke. It's a back in a brand new way with English.
Eu não mereço, eu fiz pra merecer isso.
If you've chosen the English voice track, we have over 15 different mini games. Some returning, some new, and it's you will feel right at home.
Manda o cronograma que você mandou aí. Vai até meia-noite e 47. Até meia-noite e 40 vai ser isso. Pra vocês terem noção. Cada jogo eles vão falar por meia hora, 40 minutos. Cada jogo. São uns 25 jogos. Tem Bright Memory, Forza.
Whoever's putting the trailers together on this campaign have been phenomenal throughout the start. And at the end, we saw somebody that's familiar. So I think it's safe to say we will see some familiar faces. I won't say any more than that because you want those.
Com sorte aparece aquela garota pra jogar uma meia hora. Não fala isso, pelo amor de Deus. Depois as pessoas se suicidam e falam, não sei o que, amarelo, olha os negócios aqui.
Thank you so much for joining us and walking our viewers through the very crazy, very wild, and yet incredibly compelling Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Awesome. Now, France is home to some of the most incredible art on the planet, everybody knows that, and sometimes life imitates art.
Esse é o fã da marca? Não, eu sou fã da marca, não do Birubiru aí, jogando lá com a cabeça de lâmpada lá, jogando essas coisas. Tá achando que ele vem da E3, miséria? O cara vem da França agora lá. Apareceu um cara que não tomou banho jogando agora, só que eu vou dar. Remote control cars of Gate City. Agora vou mostrar um carro. Andando em Paris agora, vai. Será? Hot Dogs. Hot Dogs. Apareceu a Minecraft agora. Hot Dogs. Esse é um carro ali que era do Forza, eu acho. França eu lembro da Ubisoft, porque ninguém toma banho na Ubisoft. Assassin's Creed. Hot Dogs de novo, Minecraft de novo. TFT apareceu ali. Destiny. Thieves. Hot Dogs. MotoGP com um monte de moto. Felicitations. Tu usa Terminal também no Reis. Só falta anunciar no filme. Solve Farks.
I'm here at the Xbox Celebration to give you an exclusive sneak peek at my new movie, Free Guy. I'm also here to support a cause I believe in, NPC appreciation. After walking a mile in the shirt of an NPC, I have a whole new perspective on video games. And gone are the days of solely praising the main character, the hero, the name in lights, even though he might be the one who takes the arrows when things go wrong and who put in a few decades of soul-destroying Hollywood work fueled by his own insecurities and anxiety. Anyway, please enjoy this clip from Free Guy. My name is Guy.
Ah, vai lançar um filme agora. É o Netflix agora. Novo filme da Netflix. Esse filme eu querendo ver, parece que vai ser bem legal. Falando de filme.
So the entire world is fake, and I'm character in the background.
Yes. He's just an NPC. Wait.
Hey!
Step out.
It's gonna be different. Starting now. Who is this guy?
I'm sorry. This game character has been turning heads by being the good guy.
Who is Blue Shirt Guy?
You're right. Who is he or she, indeed?
This loser is ruining my game. I don't care if he's Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger. Terminate him.
It's the first time I've ever driven a car before.
I really wish you'd mention that. Yeah.
Free Guy. Parece ser bom, mas o que tem a ver com a Xbox?
One of the best things about the Xbox last generation was Xbox.
Tá no Game Pass? Disney+?
Play over 100 high
quality. Oh, Flight Simulator. Eu queria ver falar sobre Flight Simulator.
Beta app on Android.
Flight Simulator, queria Flight Simulator.
For one low monthly
Flight
price.
Simulator.
With new games being added all the time, did you see Tetris Effect today? There's something for everyone. Members can play new Xbox Game Studios titles the same day they release, plus a catalog of recent hits and a variety of games from our publishing partners. And now with EA Play, members get more than 60 of EA's biggest and best console and PC games, exclusive in-game challenges and rewards, special members-only content, and access to trials of select games. With Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you get more than just a library of great games. It also includes all of the benefits of Xbox Live Gold. You can also enjoy free perks along with discounts on games and game add-ons. In fact, yesterday, we announced a new perk for our Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members.
Uma nova regalia.
Offering new
30 dias de Disney+.
With this perk,
não avalia em todos os países. Veja as regras.
From Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. Epic movies, series, and originals from the world's best storytellers, including the new season of The Mandalorian, are waiting. If you join Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now, you get your first month for just a
eu acho que não.
So here's a look at how you can watch the newest season of The Mandalorian with Disney+.
Mandalorian. Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2. O que tá acontecendo com o Game Pass? Sei lá. Tá funcionando tudo quanto é coisa. Massa uma criança lá no Japão, vamos botar no Game Pass aí. Cai uma manga da árvore, bota no Game Pass. É perks, né? Regalias que se chama, né? O perks é regalias, é lá da parte do Xbox Game Pass regalias.
When we game, we dream. And for many of us, especially our team at Xbox,
Ela falou The Last of Us ou foi impressão minha? Ela falou The Last of Us no começo ali. Ah, não sei o que a Xbox faz The Last of Us.
To celebrate,
Eu vi The
we
Last of
decided
Us.
to create something special. Introducing the Xbox Series X Dreamscape Adventure, an interactive web experience that will take you on a lucid dream journey inspired by this year's biggest next-gen games. Will you wield stasis or explore Night City? Become a Viking or fight the Maw? Choose your path in the Xbox Series X Dreamscape Adventure
Fez alguma aula de dicção, né? Ó, o dente amarelinho.
All right, so we're dropping.
Kellosaurus Rex.
We'll go again. I like being the
Oh, jogando Rogue Company com o Victor lá. Ah, não é Rogue Company, não, é outro jogo.
Ooh, get me out of here. No.
Valeu.
Oh, come on. Drop it
Valeu.
Nice. Let's go find some more people to fight.
Pepex.
No.
Não conheço o Pepex.
I'm here. I'm getting you. We're in a good spot. 3 kills, 3 squads left. All these death boxes around. Only one other squad. Let's go. I don't know where they are though.
Os primeiros 25 fãs que entraram pelo código Xbox Live Streams ganharão um bonezinho. Um bonezinho. Grounded. Agora sim, então um jogo atrás do outro. Agora sim tá bom, hein?
Just when you thought it was safe,
aqui não tem loja
to go back to the yard.
Até hoje não consegui jogar essa bosta. Muito complexo os controles. Obsidian.
Coming to Grounded Early Access. And yes,
chora mais.
We're still in early access. Comes an update that lets you go deeper than ever before. New secrets to discover. New items to craft. New enemies to face. With some old favorites that luckily can't swim. Oh, they can swim. And of course, that
Meti a mão na cara.
Fish. Play together.
Esse ground é muito complexo pra jogar, cara. Os comandos, eu não consegui me habituar. Construção, essas coisas. Eu não consegui me adequar. Talvez tem que jogar um pouco. Ó, o Insantão, deixa eu botar um Diegão. Traço. GJ. Facix.
Hey! Look!
The excitement of fans. All right. So much excitement going on. The fans are excited. I had an energy drink. We're going to get into some Grounded.
I can tell.
Todo dia ganhou Grounded.
Just a reminder that
o Vinícius nem joga Grounded, ele gosta de jogar Good.
Fan Mosaic. To participate, go to fanmosaic.com/Xbox-fan-mosaic and share your gaming selfie. Now, whether it be a current photo of you and your current Xbox, or of you playing an Xbox game,
e aí, Diegão, curtindo a chatice, nossa, chato pra caralho, cara.
We're watching the Mosaic.
Se começar mais uma daquelas gameplay longas, eu vou desistir.
Now, let's shift gears.
Sei que ia ser uma coisa da hora, mas não, tá horrível. Vai desistindo já. Ir lá tomar um suco, lavar as banhas.
Not only is there a whole bunch of content coming to Grounded, it's also being optimized for Xbox Series X.
Você quer ser um evento igual o de ontem?
Absolutely. And now
o Birubiru falando agora aí.
The future of Grounded. We got Adam Brannicky and Shyla Schofield. Shyla, Adam, welcome to the stream.
Ô tio, teu cabelo correu da cabeça, foi pro queixo.
Super exciting. I'm so glad that we're here.
Yes, lots of fun. We can't wait.
Absolutely. And you know what? I can't wait. Let's fire up that game while we fire up some
agora vai ficar falando de Grounded de 37 anos.
A lot of Obsidian fans are curious about.
Vou lá descansar, tomar um suco que eu ganho mais.
Let's talk about going into survival. more importantly about Grounded here?
Beleza, pessoal?
It definitely is a very
Vai ficar meia hora falando.
for us at Obsidian,
tem
but we are
futuro.
huge survival game fans, and we've been wanting to
futuro.
make a survival game for a long time. And we wanted to put our own unique Obsidian spin on the survival genre.
Falou pra vocês aí, valeu pela audiência, pela paciência. 3 horas já online vendo essas coisas aí.
Xbox were very supportive of
Não, chega pra mim. Isso aí vai até meia-noite, isso aí. Isso aí vai até meia-noite. Pelo cronograma ali vai até meia-noite. Valeu todo mundo pela presença aí, Jarrão, Vinícius, William, Helder, Arthur, Rosel, Armando, todo mundo. Isso aí. Vou lá dar uma descansada, daqui a pouco tem que ir pra faculdade. Isso aí não estragaram um evento que era pra ser bom de lançamento. Bem bostita, bem bostita. Valeu todo mundo aí, falou, tchau, valeu.
And I just really loved that, when I first started gaming.